Don't forget, Ladies' Night is on July 25th. Enjoy our Thirsty Thursday specials and a special raffle for women only. Magic Music and More provides princess characters for birthday parties, corporate events, and more. Visit magicmusicmore.chicago.com to book your very own princesses today. And don't miss the princesses here on Saturday, July 20th for the game featuring post-game fireworks. Can't make it to the game? Listen to all Slammers home games at JolietSlammers.com, where Lonnie Wilkins brings you the call every night. Slammers fans, please welcome to the field tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Mike Clemens from IBDW Local 176 is here to throw it out. Great job. Fans, let's give another round of applause to our first pitch tonight. For all of your rental needs, call Shanahan General Rental. We offer affordable equipment and party rentals to Joliet, Morris, and Shanahan, Illinois. Call 815-467-0173 and tell them Brian Ferrera sent you. July 2nd is Construction Worker Appreciation Night at the Slammers. Enjoy $2 tickets, and construction workers can enter a raffle for a variety of prizes. With Aaron, having what you want is much easier than you think, because now you can lease someone all the brands you love and furniture, electronics, and appliances. At Aaron's, you don't need credit. You have flexible payment options so you can pay little by little until you own it. Visit us in store or at Aaron's.com and discover for yourself how easy it is to have what you want. Hey parents, sign your kids up to be an elite Joliet Slammers Kid Club member. For only $25, elite members receive a variety of benefits, including early access to the brand new playground. Visit the link behind section 103 to purchase your membership today. Great Lakes potato chips, locally sourced, locally made. Purchase yours today.
Opportunity on behalf of all of our teams to welcome you to today's game. It's the goal of all of our teams to provide you the finest in family entertainment. And we hope that you enjoy today's game
WBGL's goal is to encourage people in their journey toward Christ. We want to be a source of encouragement through uplifting Christ-centered music and programs, and through friendship as you invite us into your car, home, or workplace. We are about loving God and loving people. When you need some hope in your day, tune to WBGL at 104.7 FM. Listen online at WBGL.org or download our app. Thursday specials are back at the Slammers. Fans can get $2 Bud Light and soda and $4 Old Smoky and Jim Beam products. Make your next event picture perfect and one to remember with the help of your friends at Lollipop Painting, where creating smiles and fun is our top priority. Whether you're planning a birthday or hosting a big celebration, give us a call and book your next event today at www.lollipoppainting.com. And join the Slammers for our next day camp day, July 24th for a 10:05 a.m. start time. Fans looking for a fantastic option for breakfast or lunch? Visit our partner, Great American Bagel, located at 1101 Essington Road, right here in Joliet. Try their award-winning bagels made from scratch. Check out their 10% off coupon in the Slammers program and head over to Great American Bagel. Fans, come out to the Slammers August 17th for a signature Saturday with an appearance by Eddie Olchip. Fans can meet Eddie on the concourse and get one item autographed for free. VIP meet and greet packages are also available, so contact the box office for your tickets. Hey, Slammers fans, we're excited to tell you about Chicago's home sports newspaper, Sports Saturday from the Chicago Sun-Times. This weekly roundup of sports stories, interviews, and features covers everything you want to know about all things sports in Chicago. Grab a copy of Sports Saturday on newsstands every Saturday, or get it delivered at sometimes.com/Slammers. Hop on the Hogwarts Express and join the Slammers on August 16th for Wizard Night. Dress as your favorite Harry Potter character. Hunt for Horcruxes around the stadium and stick around for a post-game Harry Potter-themed fireworks show. Attention Joliet Slammers fans, you're invited to join the YMCA for a free Zumba class at 9:30 a.m. on Mondays this summer right here at DuPage Medical Group Field. This is a great opportunity to get outside and enjoy the summer weather without having to skip your workout. Classes are free and open to the community. Gates will open at 9 a.m., so invite your friends, grab your sunglasses and sunscreen, and join us for some high energy fun all summer long.
Good evening, Freedom fans, and welcome back inside DuPage Medical Group Field in Joliet, Illinois, where tonight your Florence Freedom look for their 9th series victory in 2019. Your Freedom enter tonight's rubber match with the Joliet Slammers at a Frontier League best, 27-13. Their counterpart, almost the exact opposite, 14-27 this season, as the Freedom send their right-handed ace Tyler Gibson to the bump in search of this rubber match victory. Hi, folks. Glad you could join us. Aaron Brody alongside with you. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at DuPage Medical Group Field. So we've seen a little bit of everything to start this series. The Freedom got a Game 1 victory doing everything well. They pitched well. They certainly hit well, getting 16 hits on the way to 12 runs. A couple of 3-run blasts for the Joliet Slammers changed the complexion of that game, but make no mistake, the Freedom dominated that one throughout. Then yesterday, in a 10:05 a.m. first pitch, tough after a late-night game the day before. No excuses. Dennis Pelfrey won't make them. The players won't make them. Maybe the radio broadcaster will, however. The Freedom obviously didn't have the same fluidity offensively. They only got 5 hits, scored just 1 run as the Joliet Slammers evened the series at 1 game apiece with a 5-1 victory. So what's at stake tonight? Bragging rights. The winner of this game takes the series. The Freedom are already 1-0 in series played against the Joliet Slammers this season, and they would like to improve to 2-0 as the Joliet Slammers are the last place team in the East Division. Your Florence Freedom atop the West, but the Southern Illinois Miners seem to be back on track. They got an 11-0 victory over the Windy City Thunderbolts a couple of days ago. They were actually rained out yesterday, so they'll be playing 2 games with Windy City tonight and only 3 games behind your Freedom for the top spot in the West Division standings. So as good as the Freedom have played the last couple of weeks, here's the actual total: 14 wins in their last 17 games and still only 3 games ahead of the next best team in the West Division. So it would be a good idea to take care of business tonight in the finale with Joliet, as they will turn the page then for another road series just about 45 minutes north of here when they go to take on the Schaumburg Boomers at Boomer Stadium. We'll take you back to the field look here as we go through some of the statistical numbers for the pitchers we will see tonight for the Freedom. They'll lean on their ace right-hander Tyler Gibson, who enters at 4-1 with a 2.76 ERA. Gibson is the ace of this Freedom staff. He's had to weather rain delays in 2 of his last 3 starts. That certainly changes the complexion of what he's been able to accomplish out there on the mound. It's not easy to get hot and then have to wait an hour and a half to go back out there and throw. So his number's a little bit on the uptick of late, but he is coming off a victory over the Gateway Grizzlies. He allowed 5 runs that night, but just 3 earned as he notched his 5th quality start in 8 starts here in 2019. So he'll look to get back to his winning ways, make it 2 wins in a row on the bump as he squares off with a dual right-hander, Tyler Jandren of the Joliet Slammers. Jandren has the following numbers this year. He's 2-2 with a 3.49 ERA. This will be his 9th start as well. He is the number 2 pitcher behind Matt Quintana, who was the Slammers ace yesterday, who outdueled Zach Spivey to get the rubber match set up here tonight. So Jandren's the number 2 starter. He's 2-2 on the season, 3.49 ERA. Opponents hitting just .215 off the right-hander, who will be looking to give the Joliet Slammers their series victory as they sit 8 games out of the top spot and a lot less competitive, at least in the first half of the season, East Division of the Frontier League standings. Right now it's the Schaumburg Boomers at 22-19, and the next team the Freedom will play perched atop the East Division standings. They got a game and a half over the Lake Erie Crushers to enjoy that first place position. Joliet in dead last, 8 games back, but they've won their last game, taking it to the Freedom 5-1 in yesterday's middle game. We'll take a quick look around the rest of the Frontier League scoreboard yesterday. Some of the finals, we told you the Southern Illinois Miners and Windy City Thunderbolts were postponed, so they're playing a double dip tonight, beginning at 5:05. In fact, they're already underway at Rent One Park. The Evansville Otters, man, they're playing really good baseball right now in the West Division. They are actually tied with the Southern Illinois Miners, 3 games out of the top spot in the West Division. Your Freedom, of course, leading the charge there, but Evansville at 24-16, and they have come off back-to-back shutouts of the Schaumburg Boomers, winning last night 5-0 and 5-0 the night before. So their pitching staff certainly is starting to dial it in, and their offense has been good enough. Maybe one of the very best offenses in the Frontier League when all is well. The Gateway Grizzlies reeling off that 4-game sweep, the first 4-game sweep in Freedom franchise history, but they got back on track, winning Game 2 over the River City Rascals last night. It was River City winning the leader 5-2, but the Grizzlies taking Game 2 6-2 last night in O'Fallon, Missouri. The Washington Wild Things and Lake Erie Crushers are playing a series that'll wrap up tonight. It was Washington taking the series with a 9-4 victory and looking for a series sweep tonight at Wild Things Park. So with that, we are just moments away from first pitch of the finale between the Freedom and Slammers here at DuPage Medical Group Field. First pitch slated for 7:05, while the national anthem, starting lineups, and that first pitch next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Welcome back inside the beautiful DuPage Medical Group Field, where tonight your Florence Freedom look for their 9th series victory, this time at the hands of the Joliet Slammers. Aaron Brody with you from the broadcast booth here. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup, starting with that team that's going to hit in the top of the first inning, your very own Florence Freedom. A little bit of a new look lineup tonight. It's going to be the rookie 1 and 20-year-old Tyler Reichenborn leading things off for the Freedom. He'll play left field defensively. Austin Wobrock starting to hit in the 2-hole a lot more. The shortstop's back in there tonight. Caleb Lopez is going to start the heart of the Freedom batting order. Playing a lot of second base of late, so Lopez will get the chance to just focus on offense tonight. He's been doing plenty of that recently. He'll be the DH. Andre Mercurio's back in the lineup after a scheduled day off yesterday. He'll roam around in center field in that cleanup spot. Ricky Ramirez Jr. rounds out the heart of the order playing right field. Luis Pintorro hits 6th, place second with Lopez the DH. Jackson Pritchard, the only catcher the Freedom have right now, with Mike Galino and Ryan Rinsky both on the injured list. So Pritchard back in the lineup tonight. The power hitter does the catching. Taylor Bryant will hit in the 8-hole. Play third base. Connor Crane, now healthy, battling some food poisoning symptoms over the first couple of days of this series. This will be his debut in this series with Joliet tonight. He's in his familiar 9-hole, playing first base. The defensive look for the Joliet Slammers in that top of the first inning will be as follows. Back in left field is going to be Jared Morello. Made his first start in this series yesterday. Got a sac bunt down, and he's back out there in left field tonight. London Lindley is going to play center. Ridge Ho'opi Haslam also can play some second, but tonight he's going to play right field. Double play duo up the middle for the Slammers. Chaz Meadows with all the pop is the shortstop. Tyler Coolbaugh will make it back-to-back starts at second base. At the hot corner for Joliet, Riley Crane will be over there, and Dash Winningham, who had 3 RBIs yesterday, swinging the hot stick and the big stick for the Slammers, penciled in the 3 spot tonight. He'll be at first base. Peyton Isaacson recorded his first professional homer of his career yesterday in that 5-1 victory over the Freedom that snapped the Freedom winning streak at a season-high 7 games. So Isaacson's back behind the plate after winning the affections of Jeff Isom with his power performance in yesterday's middle game. With that, we are closing in on first pitch. The Joliet Slammers playing their pump-up video before they take the field defensively here in the top of the first. So I'll invite you back into the broadcast booth here. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch the Joliet pump-up video, so you can look at me instead. Hope our YouTube live stream's faring a little bit better today. I've already seen that the stream's been bad. I've also seen the stream's been good. It's going to bounce around. So as you can probably see, if you were following the Florence Freedom on Twitter, which if you're not, that's the first problem. Follow at Florence Freedom. Also follow at @OneRealBrody. And you'll get all the information regarding the broadcast and what's shaking loose. So just in case you have not seen the tweet, tonight from the Freedom account, we are simulcasting this finale with the Joliet Slammers. You'll have all the action on the YouTube live stream. If it's buffering too much for you, if we can't get the word out of what's happening in the game and you're getting frustrated, don't worry, the game will upload unblemished afterwards. And instead, you can go to the Mixler, back to the radio broadcast, which will be firing up. In fact, it's already underway right now. So if the video's giving you grief, go to Mixler, listen to the play-by-play. You'll have all the action right there. We are here ready for the national anthem. So I'm going to step aside as we send it to the Joliet Slammers for the anthem. It is almost that time. Almost underway in the top of the first. Freedom and Slammers wrap up their 3-game midweek set here at DuPage Medical Group Field. Aaron Brody with you, and looking forward, as always, to bringing you the call of tonight's action. Beautiful day for baseball, turning into a beautiful evening for one. Game time temperatures 90 degrees, sunny skies. Now there are some ominous clouds starting to make their way over top DuPage Medical Group Field from way off in the distance towards the left. But man, it was a beautiful day. If you like the heat, I tend to. You can't wait to play a game of baseball in these kind of conditions. So we'll hope the ominous clouds off the left side don't actually make it over top the field and lower more precipitation on the Freedom. It's almost like the Freedom have been bringing the rain all season long. Tyler Jandren's the right-handed hurler for the Joliet Slammers, who's towing the slab tonight in search of his 3rd win of the season. And if he's able to find it, the Joliet Slammers will stun the Freedom in a midweek 3-game set, taking 2 games to 1. But the Freedom have other ideas. They've got that 9th series victory on their mind. They've won 14 of their last 17 games and would really, really like to take another series victory from another team sitting in last place in their respective division. Freedom fresh off a 4-game sweep of the Gateway Grizzlies. They don't get the chance to sweep the Slammers as the Freedom did fall yesterday 5-1 in the middle game. But they will have the opportunity to take that series win if they can find a way over the next 9 innings to score more runs than Joliet. Well, certainly was not a problem the opening night of this series. 16 hits leading to 12 runs. That's the offense we've been seeing a lot of late. Tyler Reichenborn certainly kept up his great work offensively, even though the Freedom in large part didn't in yesterday's middle game. Reichenborn, who steps in the box right now to lead things off here in Game 3. The only Freedom player to record a multi-hit game yesterday. He had a single and a double. He's all of 20 years old in his first season with the Freedom, and he's in the box right now squaring off with Tyler Jandren, who rocks into the windup, and the righty offers a first pitch fastball that Reichenborn wants. Hits this hard and high, deep center field. Lindley back at the track, at the wall, into straightaway center. Reichenborn has his first home run of the season. A big-time fly, about 420 feet from home plate. One pitch, one run, and your Freedom are in front, 1-0. So much for the leadoff hitter going up there, seeing pitches, working the count. Caleb Lopez shaking his hand. Nice to meet you as he gets back in the dugout. What a lift. An early lead. And it's Reichenborn's first homer, 8th RBI as a member of the Freedom in his second start of this 3-game series. Austin Wobrock in the box now. First pitch, gonna miss outside for ball 1. Jim Shaley calling the balls and strikes. Behind home plate, his partner on the base is Mike Fichter. Chandron back into the windup, and that fastball is going to cross at the knees, middle in, to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty back into the windup, and a fastball is a little bit high. Looked to have the outside edge, but elevated above the belt for ball 2. Wobrock hitting .275 this season. Does have 19 runs batted in. Comes up empty on a good breaking ball from Jandron. First time we've seen that tonight. The Uncle Chuck at 77 got the whiff. And the count's even again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One shake from Jandron, who's ready to rock. And a fastball froze Wobrock. Called strike 3. No argument from the Freedom shortstop. We've seen a homer and a strikeout looking through 2 batters. And here comes Caleb Lopez.
Designated hitter number 5, Caleb Lopez.
Lopez is swinging a hot stick of late. Had a homer in game 1 of this series. A 2-hit night. Breaking ball misses down and away. Not a surprise to see Jandron trying to pitch backwards to the 3-hole man. How about these Freedom Yuns? I'm loving these road grays. Fastball at 91 is a little bit low. 2-0, Lopez. Lopez certainly a candidate to pick out his pitch in a 2-0 count. He did so against the Grizzlies a couple nights ago. He offers that a fastball here, but will send it foul out of play. Off into the grassy berm down the line in right field for the first strike of the sequence. 2 balls and 1 strike to Caleb Lopez, who does have 3 round trippers this season, but 2 in his last 4 games. He's the DH tonight, just focusing on the offense. Rocking the tall, solid black socks and the shin guard on the front left shin. Breaking ball, daring take. But it did miss. A wise take. 3-1. Didn't want the Uncle Chuck. Get a fastball here, hopefully. He does, and it is called a strike on the outside edge. Boy, that almost seemed generous. Tremendous pitch and a 3-1 count for the pitcher to get the strike. Not much Lopez could do with that one. Payoff on the way now. He rockets this to left field. It's down. It's a fair baseball. And scrambling over to it is Jared Morello, who will relay it in quickly. Lopez, a big aggressive round at first base, but he's trotting back in to first. Comes up with a 1-out single to bring up Andre Mercurio. Allow me to be the first to publicly offer my congratulations to the former Florence Freedom right-hander Frank Valentino, who earlier this afternoon had his contract purchased by the New York Mets. What a cool story, not just because he's getting the chance to move on to affiliated baseball, but because, as you know and as you've heard on the broadcast time and time again this season, Frank's a New Yorker. He grew up rooting for the Mets, and now he gets to play in their organization. Breaking ball starts Mercurio behind in the count, 0-1. Spotted well on the outside half. Andre had a productive night at the plate in the opener of this series before having the day off yesterday. Back in center field and in that customary cleanup hole tonight. Here's the 0-1 to him. Fastball, that's off the outer edge. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Andre flirting with a 300 average at .299. 12 RBIs. He circled the bags once. Has a .413 on base percentage. That will work. Jandren working from the stretch, set at the chest, and a fastball is lined the other way to left, but this is going to carry out of play for the second strike to Mercurio. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out in a 1-0 game. On the first pitch, Tyler Reichenborn saw tonight. He hit it a long way away to straightaway center, about 420 feet for a solo blast, his first of the season. Caleb Lopez standing at first after a single. Mercurio's in a 1-2 count. The righty Jandren sets at the chest, hikes the leg, and will offer home a breaking ball that Mercurio is able to fight off. May have fouled it off himself before going to get the ball himself and hand it to Jim Shaley, who offers a new baseball to Tyler Jandren. I may have jinxed us. Suddenly, dark clouds are not just overhead, but circling DuPage Medical Group Field. Could have some rain in the forecast tonight. Jandren deals the 1-2. Lopez takes off. May have been a hit and run, may have just been protecting, but he'll have to go back to first as Mercurio fouls off the fastball. Is in a 1-2 count still as Lopez trots back in to first base. Freedom starting to lap the rest of the Frontier League in stolen bases this season, 76 of them. 14 ahead of the next best team, Evansville, in that category this season. Not a surprise to see him trying to get that running game going here early in their first at bat. Jandren gets the sign he wants from Peyton Isaacson, who sets up into Mercurio. The 1-2's line towards left field. Tracking it down is Jared Morello. He's not going to get there, but it's going to take 1 hop and bounce into the grassy berm and left. A foul baseball. Mercurio, a good swing and a good idea, looking to go opposite field. But he couldn't keep it fair, and the count remains 1-2. We talked about it early in the broadcasts of the opener of this 3-game set, how well the Freedom fared offensively with the backside approach. Jandren sets. Lopez takes off again. 1-2's lined into left field. Beautiful baseball as Meadows race to the bag at second. Mercurio exploits the gap. Lopez will go first to third. Mercurio back in at first. And runners are on the corners as the Freedom threaten big time in their first at bat. Already have 1 run in. 2 more men on. And here comes Ricky Ramirez Jr., who is the lone Freedom starter in the All-Star game coming up in a couple of weeks in New York. It's going to be an interesting twist to the All-Star game this season. The very best of the Frontier League taking on the very best of the Can-Am League. Looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Ricky in the box. Jandren looks in for the sign. Still just 1 out. Runners at first and third for the Freedom. Mercurio takes off on the first pitch. It was a breaking ball. Good pitch to go on. Hose to second's not nearly in time and a little offline. Mercurio dives in head first. He's safe. And now it's 2 men in scoring position for the Freedom, who have one of the very best run producers at the plate in Ricky Ramirez Jr., who after being at 117 with the batting average about 3 weeks ago is now hitting .282 with 17 ribbies and 3 home runs. Hitting about .500 over his last 5 games. Right-hander sets at the chest and the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back breaking balls. This one gets the whiff as Ramirez falls behind 0-2. The result of the curveball on the first pitch was a strike on the outer edge. The pitch Mercurio stole on. Across the corner. So it's 0-2 to Ramirez with 1 out. Small ball could plate a second run here. Just underway in the top of the first. Freedom getting right to work tonight offensively after the dud in the middle game yesterday. 0-2 pitch to Ramirez. More off speed, a check swing, but he didn't break. Missed the first ball. 1-2. Jandren's jersey whipping in the wind as the weather does appear to be moving in. 1-2, line drive up the middle, but Meadows is there, but he boots it. It's now in shallow left center field. Lopez scores. Everybody else is safe. Runners on the corners as the usually sure-handed shortstop couldn't make the play on this hot shot up the middle from Ricky Ramirez Jr. A good inning, just got a little bit better 2-0, Freedom in front. And runners still on the corners for Luis Pintor. Dennis Pelfrey starting to hide towards the bottom third of this batting order. As we remember, he was the two-hole man for the first about 35 games of this season. Just recently dropped down in the order to see some more fastballs. Rewarded Dennis in the opener, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. More confidence at the plate for Pintor, and the first pitch to him is a line shot up the middle, a base hit. He got right to work on Jandren. Mercurio scores without a throw, and Ricky's up standing at second base now as the Freedom have increased their lead again. It's 3 runners at first and second. And Tyler Jandren might want to mix up what he's offering on first pitches. Reichenborn, first pitch homer, and Luis Pintor, a first pitch bullet up the gut that plates another game after a 7:05 first pitch. And then go back to 7:05 on the night. You have the travel to look forward to after the game. Freedom have been playing a lot of baseball, a lot of day games after late night games of late. Jackson Pritchard in the box now as the meeting of the minds is over. And a first pitch breaking ball enticed him, but he didn't go around. Checks his swing, and it's 1-0. Fans starting to head for cover as the rain starts to fall on DuPage Medical Group Field. Jandren deals the 1-0 to Pritchard and misses way upstairs. Fastball's up, it's 2-0 to the Freedom catcher. Righty is set at the chest and the 2 away. That's below the knees. 3-0 quickly to Jackson Pritchard. My paper is starting to blow all over the place here as the wind's whipping in the broadcast booth. Easy take, low and away with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Jandren couldn't find the zone in any of the first 4 pitches he threw to Pritchard, so now the plot thickens for Joliet. The Freedom have the bases loaded, and Taylor Bryant, who's got 1 grand slam this year, stepping in the box. 3-0 ball game. Freedom looking tremendous offensively in the early goings and giving some run support to their ace Tyler Gibson, who, wouldn't you know it, just might have to weather another rain delay tonight. As if he's not had enough of that for one season. Infield in for the Joliet Slammers on the corners. Double play depth up the middle, as it's now 5 straight misses in a row for Jandren, who could not find the zone on a first pitch fastball to Bryant. That missed down and away. 1-0 and another good start in the count for a Freedom hitter. Jandren on the first base, or third base side of the rubber rather. Ties up Bryant with a fastball. 1-1. Righty sets, and the 1-1 on the way. Line shot up the middle, but Chaz Meadows will squeeze it. Did underhand to second, though he deked it. Pintor was able to dive back in safely. So the bases will remain loaded, but now with 2 outs. For Connor Crane, who just so happens to be the Freedom RBI leader in the 9-hole. Perfect opportunity for him to add to his edge in that category. They can find a little outfield turf here with the bases juiced. First pitch swinging and a line drive to left field. Crane will come through. Ramirez scores. Pintor gets the wave. Hose to the plate. It's going to be in plenty of time. Pintor gunned out, but one more run does cross on the bullet base hit. On the first pitch again, Connor Crane ambushing Jandren. The formula worked, and the Freedom are up 4-fold after 1 at bat. Joliet comes to the plate, bottom 1. Trailing the Freedom quickly, 4-zip. You're listening to Florence Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmers market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family, and you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
This summer, the Frontier League heads to the Big Apple as its brightest stars battle the Can-Am League's finest in the historic first-ever Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star celebration. It's July 9th and 10th in beautiful Rockland County, nestled in New York City's suburbs. Slide to rocklandboulders.com for tickets and lodging information to see the best baseball stars shine in New York. Again, visit rocklandboulders.com and show support for your team in the Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Game.
What a start for the Florence Freedom, who batted around, sending 9 men to the plate. In their first at-bat tonight, scoring 4 runs to take the early 4-0 edge over the Joliet Slammers as Tyler Gibson toes the slab for the 9th time this season in search of his 5th victory. And squaring off with London Lindley to get the bottom of the first underway, a fastball at 86 is going to miss too tight for ball 1. Gibson some early run support to pitch with. Paints the outside edge, 89 on this heater to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike with Lindley. Had a good day yesterday. Got a sac bunt down, was hit by a pitch, and also doubled. Here's a chopper to third. Taylor Bryant waits on that big hop, gets it, and sends the hose to first in time to retire Lindley 5-3 for out number 1. Tyler Gibson 4-1 with a 2.76 ERA. The ace to the Freedom staff, tasked with helping his club find a series victory tonight in Joliet before 3 more road games await still in the Chicago area when they travel to Schaumburg tonight. The series will get started tomorrow with a 6:05 first pitch at Boomer Stadium. Chaz Meadows in the box. And here's Gibson. First pitch fastball at 90. A strike on the inner half. 0-1 quickly. Righty's back into the windup, and a fastball will miss. Looking for that outside edge, just a hair off the plate. As the count's now 1-1 on Meadows, who's got a 3-run shot in this series. His 3rd homer of the season. Big swing here on a breaking ball, fouls it back to the screen. Behind in the count, 1-2 now is Meadows. Tyler able to find his career high in strikeouts in his last start versus the Grizzlies. Got 8 of them, and he just missed his first here. Fastball had the corner inside half, but was above the belt for ball 2 as the count evens up 2-2 for Chaz Meadows. Even Gibson rocking the tall black socks tonight. These gray jerseys. Breaking ball's rolled over to short. Wobrock will charge in, throw across his body like he can so well. And his 2 quick outs. A 5-3 put out and a 6-3 put out has Gibson on the brink of facing the minimum in his first inning of work. But he'll have his work cut out for him as Dash Winningham comes to the plate. Had 2 knocks yesterday and 3 RBIs. Big part of that 5-1 Joliet Slammers victory in the middle game. Coming over from the Windy City Thunderbolts via trade a couple weeks ago. Fastball brushes him back on the first pitch. Misses for ball 1, it's 1-0. Winningham still just hitting 161 since coming over from Windy City. He fouls this fastball back off the second deck, falling helplessly back on the lower bowl. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Gibby likes to work fast. Here he is again with the 1-1. Little humpback floater But Austin Wobrock ranging into left center is going to have no problem hauling this one in. He'll squeeze, and Tyler Gibson sits him down in order. 1-2-3, and the Freedom will come to the plate in the top of the second, looking to add to a 4-0 advantage in the finale with the Slammers on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Well, as you can see, if you are able to battle through the connection issues on our live stream, the crew chief, Mike Fichter, has made the decision to bring another rain delay into the fold. So they will pull everybody off the field. The weather starting to take a turn for the worse here in Joliet, Illinois. DuPage Medical Group Field now starting to get unloaded on with rain. The Freedom have battled through rain delays time and time again, and it always seems to be when their ace, Tyler Gibson's on the mound. The righty looks phenomenal to start. Faced the minimum in a quick moving bottom half of the first. The Freedom jumping in front 4-0 in the top half. I'll give you a quick recap of that just in case it's another one of those really quick delays. We'll try to buy time before we send it to break as we weather another rain delay here. But Tyler Reichenborn got the scoring started immediately for the Freedom tonight. The first pitch he saw, he hit about 420 feet to straightaway center. A solo shot, his first of the season. First pro homer, for that matter. Put the Freedom in front 1-0. Caleb Lopez would single two batters later, and it started a string of success offensively for the Freedom. Andre Mercurio would single right after him to put runners at first and third. Ricky Ramirez would reach on an error by Chaz Meadows, just the 30th error of the season for the Slammers, who were second in all of the Frontier League in that category. But it allowed Caleb Lopez to score from third base, an unearned run, put the Freedom in front 2-0. Luis Pintor would put another earned run on Cody Clark's ledger, stroking a single up the middle to score Andre Mercurio as the score moved to 3-0 before Connor Crane made it a 4-0 game. Two batters after the Luis Pintor single. It was an RBI single for Crane, again jumping on the first pitch. Crane, Pintor, and Reichenborn all ambushing first pitches from Cody Clark as the Freedom raced out to a 4-0 lead and are coming back to the plate in the top of the second whenever this rain moves on. I have been asked to pass along the information that never got passed along to me to begin with. Tyler Jandren was the scheduled starter tonight for the Joliet Slammers, but because the weather was moving in, Jeff Isom made a late scratch and just didn't tell anybody. Didn't send out new lineups. Hopefully, at least Dennis knew. Well, hard to tell. So it was not Tyler Jandren on the bump, but rather Cody Clark getting the spot start because of weather concerns. They didn't want to risk Jandren, apparently. So they put Clark out there, who gave up the first 4 runs of the game in his first inning of work. So apologies on that. We were calling him Jandren all inning long. If Tyler's family was in the listening audience, now that we do have the YouTube live stream, I have been told that a lot of Slammers fans have come over to our broadcast. So Tyler's folks, sorry for the concerns. Your son didn't pitch tonight. He wasn't the one that gave up 4 runs early. It was Cody Clark instead. So pretty much all caught up. In the bottom of the first, Tyler Gibson left me very little to talk about. Faced 3 batters, got a ground out to third, a ground out to short, and then a pop out to short off the bat of Dash Winningham. So he faced the minimum, and it's been all Freedom early. They would love to continue, but they've already started. But the weather has reared its ugly head. So we will step aside. We'll cue up some more Dennis Pelfrey show. We've got a pretty good track record of being almost exactly on time when playing Dennis Pelfrey shows. Right at the end of it, I think 2 rain delays in a row, we've gotten the guys back on the field. So if nothing else, I'm doing it just for good juju here. We'll get the Dennis Pelfrey show up and running. Hope you enjoy episode 5. It's the latest edition. Again, we were not able to bring you episode 6 this week. It made sense. Monday, the Freedom played the Gateway Grizzlies in that wraparound series, and Mike Galino suffered the horrifying injury at home plate. Again, our thoughts and prayers and concerns with Mike and his family as they battle through this injury. I am told that surgery went well, however, and now he's officially on the road to recovery. Just excellent news, and looking forward to getting Mike Galino back in a Freedom uniform whenever he's able to get back to playing baseball. Certainly that's not the biggest priority right now, his health is. But because that injury did happen on Monday, was not surprised to see Dennis Pelfrey say, we're not doing the show, we've got other things on our mind. In fact, I was actually almost a little bit happy because I also had other things on my mind, and it seemed like it would have been in poor taste. So no episode 6 to play you, so we will have to start recycling Dennis Pelfrey shows that you have already seen. But hey, the content is just impeccable. I don't know. 2 times it might sound even better than that first time around. So we're going to cue it up right now. I'm buying time, by the way, as I go to YouTube and find the video. But here it is, episode 5 of the Dennis Pelfrey Show. I will, of course, keep you posted on updates. In a rain delay at DuPage Medical Group Field. Freedom in front, 4-0.
Hey, what's up, Freedom fans? Welcome back inside Pelf's office. It's time for episode 5 of the Dennis Pelfrey Show. I'm Aaron Brody, and this is the 5th-year Freedom manager, Dennis Pelfrey, the manager of the team sitting atop the entire Frontier League after a month of the season here. How's that sound, Dennis?
Sounds really good. Looks really good, too.
Looks really good. 20-11 is the record right now, sitting atop the West Division, obviously. But just 1 game of separation between you and Southern Illinois. They've won 5 games in a row, so even with you guys rolling like you are right now, still not a whole lot of breathing room in what's been all season a very competitive West Division.
Yeah, I think, especially Southern been playing really well of late, but the great thing about it is we've been playing really well, too, so there hasn't really been any ground gained by them, so it's been pretty fortunate for us to be where we're at with how we've been playing as well. So
a lot of good baseball this past week in Florence, coming off the heels of a sweep in Washington. The Florence Freedom made it 6 wins in a row, sweeping the Schaumburg Boomers. You talked about it a little bit in episode 4 of the Dennis Pelfrey Show, how much that Schaumburg series always means to you. It's a chance to match wits with Jamie Bennett, who I know you have a very decorated history with as players and as professional coaches now as well. Talk to us a little bit about how that felt to get that sweep over Schaumburg and such a meaningful personal series for you.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I love Jamie Bennett. He's a good friend of mine, and he's obviously a good manager. And I think that, since I've been in the league, he's the top guy. I mean, he's won 3 championships now, one of them at the expense of the Freedom. So if there's anybody that me personally from a competition standpoint is going after is Jamie, and he knows it, and he knows what I'm about because he played with me. He knows how I am, and I think it's a very good competition, and I think it's a good feel when we get to play each other and our teams are competitive, and they were pretty good games as well, so it worked out really well. And obviously we came out on top all 3 games, so that made it even better.
Certainly did. So talk to us a little bit about your history with Jamie. I talked to Tim Calderwood, of course, the legendary broadcaster in the Frontier League for Schaumburg, and he said that you guys did play together and that Jamie actually considered you like his favorite teammate of all time. The way that you played the game of baseball, he's trying to find guys that play like you did on his Boomers team. Talk to us a little bit about your history with him as guys on the field together.
Yeah, I could say the same about him, but early on I couldn't because, I was never a guy that really liked pitchers very much. I was a hitter at heart and position player, but two of my good buddies from those playing days are both left-handed pitchers, which is a little strange. But Cody Fisher and Jamie Bennett, they were the 2 guys I was closest with, and I got to finish my career as a catcher, and so I got to catch Jamie several times, and he's a guy I always tell stories about where I could call a fastball away, put my glove up, and look away, and not even worry that he was going to hit the mid every time. He was phenomenal at what he could do. On the mound, at his craft, phenomenal teammate, a winner, and he takes that same approach with his club, and that speaks volumes when he says something like that about me, trying to find those type of guys for his club, so I definitely appreciate that.
No question. Is there any fun stories that you can share? Family-friendly video here. Completely putting him on the spot. This is not prepared in any stretch, but any fun memories that you have off the field, a funny story or two, you and Jamie?
No, I mean, he, there's several stories that I probably can't share, but, he was, it was just an everyday thing. Every day there was something new. We had some nicknames for guys, some sayings that, we would almost like inside joke type things on our club, between myself, Jamie, and a couple other guys in the club, and it got to where it was just like an everyday thing, like I said, and now, even to this day, it'll be some of those things, like the way that I say his name and the way that he says my name, the first time we see each other, and, since the off season, it's like we were still playing, so not really one thing really stands out. I think every day that I got to spend in the clubhouse with a guy like that was phenomenal. So
we'll get you off the hot seat on that topic. Maybe when we go to Schaumburg, we'll get you and Jamie both to sit down and share some stories. Be a little preparation, a little time to think about it. So I apologize for putting you on the spot there. But now let's talk about that series a little bit more. You had a guy named Tyler Reichenborn join the team before Game 1 of that Schaumburg series. 20-year-old kid, plays the NAIA level, won a NAIA World Series at Tennessee Wesleyan right before he dressed for the Freedom. 20 years old, but man, he stepped in and has performed incredibly well in his first week as a pro, starting in that Game 1 for Schaumburg.
Oh yeah, we threw him right into the fire there in the 5-hole. Maybe not your prototypical 5-hole hitter, but everything we heard about the kid, is true. He's a pro, even being at 20 years old. He is a very professional player. The way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game, he is everything that his college coaches said he was. So he's ready to do it, and you could tell by his first swing he took, as a professional, that he wasn't afraid, he wasn't nervous, anything like that. He just kind of kept just playing the game. So he was a huge find for us, especially with Mercurio being a little bit hurt, Ricky Ramirez being a little bit hurt. Kind of gave us a little boost that we needed, and it was very impressive to watch him in his first series, even in his first game, really, of what he could really do. I think he did everything in that first game other than get his first pro hit. Right. I think he got an RBI, had an outfield assist, drew a walk or something. He did everything that you could possibly think of, I think, without getting that first knock, but then he got it the next night very quickly.
He did. He got a couple of them, both RBIs in Game 2. But go back to Game 1 real quick for Reichenborn. He was involved in all 3 runs. The Freedom scored that night, a 3-2 win over Schaumburg in 12 innings, now making the Freedom 4-0 in extra inning games. A little nugget for you to take home with you. But Reichenborn did have a sac fly in that game, had 2 runs scored, and then the outfield assist you talked about. So he was really integral in 4 runs in the game, 3 for the Freedom, and then minimizing 1 for Schaumburg, showing what he can do in center field.
Yeah, plus defender. He's a guy that he got drafted out of JUCO, and really surprised he didn't get an opportunity this year. Not sure why, but he fits the mold of our club very well with what he brings to the table as far as the speed and the ability to get on base and create things and make things happen, and obviously being a good defender. So he's a guy that I don't look to be with us very long. If he continues to do what he does, he's going to be picked up by an affiliate club very quickly.
I know you talked about it a lot in episode 1 as we kind of went back on how you kind of recruit guys in, how you get them to come and choose Florence to play the professional baseball. Is there anything interesting about the conversations with Tyler, being that he's a 20-year-old kid? You don't see that every day in the Frontier League. If you don't mind sharing, kind of what was that conversation like in those talks that landed him here in Florence?
You know, I mean, I think early on it was really me and the coach, one of the coaches on his college team talking, and he was kind of like the mediator between us. And we got to a point to where we typically don't do this either, is where we sign a guy sight unseen. But obviously with the accolades and the things that he was bringing to the table, it was a pretty easy one for us, and we didn't want somebody else to kind of come in and steal him from us. So basically told his coach that if he talked to him, if he feels like he wants to come right now, we'll sign him and get him going right now. And I think one of the best things about what Tyler impressed upon me was he immediately said yes. So called him, talked to him, we had a very short 10-minute conversation about how things were going to go, and he was basically in his car on his way. So gave him a few days, but I think we were in Washington at the time, a few days to get settled in here in Florence, and had the Monday off day, then right in there on Tuesday. So it hasn't been a whole lot of conversation as far as what he's going to be like, what we're going to expect out of him. I think we just wanted to see what it was going to be first, and it's been nothing short of spectacular so far.
Well, the Freedom bounced back after 2 straight losses, first time all season to win 3 games in Washington. And on that edition of Dennis Pelfrey Show, we started talking about how, wow, what a great response it was, 3 straight wins after 2 straight losses. Well, we were actually not done responding yet. Welcome back inside DuPage Medical Group Field. A short delay tonight. The rains have moved on. There's still some ominous clouds off in the left center power alley portion of the sky. But not enough rain, not enough lightning, not enough weather in general to keep us from getting back to the action in the top of the second. Hopefully you've all seen the tweet. I just sent it out as Joliet got back on the field and Cody Clark started to re-warm up. It's almost like we're starting all over. As we move into the top of the second, it will be the 1-2-3 hitters due up for the Freedom, starting with the slugger, Tyler Reichenborn, who saw 1 pitch from Clark in his first at-bat tonight, hit it to straightaway center for his first home run of the season. The Freedom in front of Joliet 4-zip, and hoping the offense can pick right back up where it left off in inning number 1.
Leading off the second for Florence, left fielder number
Aaron Brody with you from the home ballpark of the Joliet Slammers, where tonight the Freedom look for their 9th series victory in the rubber match with Joliet. Again, it's Cody Clark making the start tonight for the Slammers, not Tyler Jandren, who I was mislabeling all first inning. A late scratch that Jeff Isom kept to himself. So Cody Clark, the right-hander, rocks in the windup, and the first pitch after the delay, a strike on the outside edge. A breaking ball at 79 starts Reichenborn 0-1. Clark back to work, and a fastball is going to paint a similar spot, that outside edge. Quickly 0-2 as Reichenborn sees a couple of pitches in this at-bat, but he'll have to fight in an 0-2 count. Here's the third pitch. He spoils it, sends it foul towards the Slammers dugout, off the netting, as the count remains 0-2. Reichenborn's gotten off to a good start, making a smooth transition from college at Tennessee Wesleyan to professional baseball with the Freedom. A .324 batting average that only went up as he lays off a breaking ball that's buried down and away. First ball of the sequence, a 1-2 count. Nobody out, nobody on. Just underway after the delay in the top of the second. Right-handers into the windup, and the 1-2's grounded towards third. Waiting for the big hops, Crane. He gets it. Throws him out at first base, 5-3 to start the second.
Now batting shortstop number 8, Austin Wobrok.
Freedom sent all 9 hitters to the plate in inning number 1, totaling 5 hits and scoring 4 runs. There was 1 error in just the 30th of the season for the Joliet Slammers, who are second in all of the Frontier League in fielding percentage. A rare mistake. First pitch swinging, and Austin Wobrok's behind in the count 0-1. Clark threw the breaking ball past him. Clark working quickly. Stays off speed, gets another swing and a miss from Wobrok. But it's 0-2. Isaacson comes to a quick consensus with his pitcher Clark, and 3 straight swings and misses for Austin Wobrock. Will have him his second strikeout tonight. This is his first one swinging, however. Backwards K in inning number 1. And a tough start for Wobrock as Caleb Lopez steps in, trying to start some 2-out magic with nobody on. Clark into the windup and a curveball at 79 is on the outside corner. I think Cody spent the rain delay throwing Uncle Chuck's outside the dugout. It's been nasty here in the second inning, but he does not spot the second one. Misses down and away to even the count at a ball and a strike with Lopez, who is 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a run scored. Big swing and a foul ball just under the light shaft behind home plate. Now a 1-2 count with Caleb. Clark looking for his first 1-2-3 frame. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, line towards right center field. This is going to get down for a second Lopez base hit. It's off the glove of the right fielder, Ho'opi Haslam. He doesn't normally play there. This might be why. That's likely going to be a second Joliet Slammers error that awards Lopez an extra base. He's now standing at second. And here come those Freedom again with 2 outs in an inning as Andre Mercurio strides to the dish. Like Lopez before him, he's 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored. Ho'opi Haslam normally in a platoon with Tyler Coolbaugh at second. You'll see a lot of right fielders also play second base, just showing the versatility for Ridge. The one hopper off the bat of Lopez skipped off the end of his glove and rolled towards center, allowing Lopez an extra base. And it is a second Slammers error for a team that's normally very sure-handed defensively. Breaking ball stays high to Mercurio. A lot of off-speed pitches from Cody Clark, who realized the hard way in the first inning the Freedom can hit fastballs. They can hit breaking balls too. They prefer the heat. And by getting in good hitters' counts, they often guarantee it. Here's the 1-0 to Andre. This was a fastball, and it was right where Cody Clark wanted it. Called strike on the outside edge, 1-1. Freedom would love to make that error in right field hurt with some more 2-out magic. Something that has been in large supply over this brilliant stretch of baseball the Freedom have played. Mercurio called time and stepped out, gets right back in the box, going on his watch. Here in the top of the second, 4-0 game, the Freedom in front. But another man in scoring position with 2 outs and their cleanup hitter at the plate. Fastball popped up, out of play, off the right field side. Count now 1-2. Again, if you're just joining the broadcast or joined a little bit late at some point tonight, the Freedom found out earlier this afternoon that Frank Valentino's contract has been purchased. The New York Mets came calling for the right-hander who led the Freedom in strikeouts and the Frontier League in ERA at 2.10, time of his contract purchase. So Valentino no longer with the club, but will be playing in the minor league organization for the team he grew up rooting for. Breaking ball misses outside. Mercurio now in an even 2-ball, 2-strike count. His deuces are all over the board. Well-timed drop. What the deuce. Right after I said that. Well played, Joliet crew. 2-2 pitch on the way from Clark's. A line drive to right field over the outstretched leaping glove of Tyler Coolbaugh. Dennis Pelfrey's going to wave Caleb Lopez. The throw from right field's way up the line. Lopez scores, and Mercurio says thank you very much. He slides in safe at second. Advancing on the throw to the plate is Mercurio, who has himself another RBI single. A 2-hit night as the Freedom do strike again with 2 outs and have now scored in back-to-back at-bats as they lead the Joliet Slammers 5-0 in the rubber match. bullets off the bat of Mercurio tonight. One to left. He pulled this one to right. Doing it all at the plate. And here's a guy that's been doing everything for a couple of weeks now, and Ricky Ramirez Jr. Another runner in scoring position. First pitch, line shot, but just foul off the first base side. Good swing from Ricky, but a couple feet foul. Clark looks in for the sign, gets the one he wants, and lowers the hands to the ready right up against the chest. And a breaking ball is going to stay up top. Evens the count at 1-1 with Ramirez, who reached on a Chaz Meadows error his first time up. Caleb Lopez would score on the boot. Now the 1-1. Just off the outside edge as Ricky's ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Ricky himself coming around to score the 4th and final run. And that 4-run barrage in inning number 1 on the Connor Crane single. Swing and a miss at the 2-1 fastball at 90. We're even again. Deuce is on the board again. Top 2. Ricky utilizing the opportunity to step out, readjust the batting gloves, situate the helmet correctly. And now digs back in the left-handed batter's box, with Mercurio standing at second. Here's the 2-2. Frozen rope foul. Out of play off to the left this time. Spoiling a tough pitcher's pitch and hitting it hard. We'll see another 2-2. Freedom 3-2 this year in games against the Joliet Slammers. 1-0 in series, trying to make it 2-0. Series victory is over this last place team in the East Division with a win tonight. On their way up 5-0. Breaking ball will again be spoiled out of play to the left side. Ramirez showing good fight, making Cody Clark work in his spot start. Clark has struggled this season. He entered tonight with a 10.13 ERA despite having a good record of 2-1. Right place, right time. Catch. It falls in the 3rd row. Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count on the Freedom 5-hole hitter. Tyler Gibson faced the minimum for the Freedom in the bottom of the 1st. Had to weather another short delay, about a 10-minute delay tonight. But now another long offensive inning for the Freedom before the Rays can get back on the mound, though he won't complain about that. More run support, always a good thing. Swing and a drive to right field. This ball's up, it's back, but Ridge Ho'opi Haslam will have enough room as he's about a half step away from the warning track and right. Makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Freedom, but they do strike with 2 outs. Andre Mercurio stays hot. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Now he has an RBI. He plates Caleb Lopez from second, and the Freedom are now in front 5-0 as the Slammers come to the plate for their second at bat in the rubber match finale between the Freedom and Slammers here in Joliet.
Here for Dennis Pelfrey, the leadership. I've always loved watching the way he
can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life. Pass it on. You belong at Citi. We are now hiring customer service agents to join the team at our Florence, Kentucky Customer Contact Center. Working at Citi certainly has its perks: tuition reimbursement, great pay, business casual dress code, and benefits day one. To discover a career at Citi and join our remarkable team, visit jobs.citi.com/Florence. That is jobs.citi.com/Florence. Citi is an equal opportunity employer. Tyler Gibson, the bringer of rain, back on the bump. Bottom two, and all Freedom early, 5-0 your score. Welcome back inside DuPage Medical Group Field in Joliet, Illinois. Aaron Brody with you as Harrison Bragg, the cleanup hitter, steps in, and the first pitch of the second, smash down the line, foul. Off the third base side, rolling, hopping, skipping into the Freedom dugout. A good swing, but an early strike. Gibson's ahead of Bragg 0-1. Bragg has a 3-run bomb in this series. It came back in the opener. These two teams, fastball is going to miss inside to even the count. Bragg coming over from the Southern Illinois Miners in his first season with Joliet. He's brushed off the plate with inside cheese as he takes the 2-1 edge. Righty rocks into the windup and the 2-1 pitch. A good breaking ball, swung on and missed. Two balls, two strikes on Harrison Bragg, who's hitting just a $176, but has good pop, as he's shown in this series. Ground ball to short. Wobrock to his left, scoops it up, makes the toss to first. A couple steps ahead of Harrison, who's out number one.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Riley Crane.
Gibson's retired 4 straight hitters. And here's the first pitch to Riley Crane. A fastball that's going to miss in. Not by much, but Jim Shaley says it does miss. Righty into the windup again. Fastball, line shot, and fair. Up the gut. A base hit for Riley Crane, and the first of the day for the Joliet Slammers. A runner at first base and one out. First at bat of the evening for Peyton Isaacson, who got his first professional homer yesterday in that 5-1 Joliet Slammers victory. In fact, his home run tied the score at 1. It was the Freedom who took the game's first lead with a run in the 4th. This guy tied it in the 5th. Solo blast. Fastball at 88 starts Isaacson behind in the count, 0-1. Isaacson upright in his left-handed stance. Jackson Pritchard will set up out for the 0-1. Here it is. More heat, but just off the corner. And we're even at a ball and a strike. Quick consensus reached. Righty set at the belt. And foul tipped back to the screen on this fastball. Gibby will take the 1-2 edge. One out and a runner at first base for the Slammers, who trail the Freedom 5-0 in their second at bat. Bottom 2 here. Joliet, Illinois. Breaking ball is going to miss too far in. The old back foot breaker. Dance too far. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pritchard back on the inner half for the 2-2. Here it is. Too far in. Full count to Peyton Isaacson. Payoff, the runner takes off, and it's fouled back to the screen. Crane will have to head back to first. Isaacson hitting just .212 this season. Only his 16th appearance, 15th start. Runner takes off again, and it's fouled off one more time. This time, sending a bunch of children to chase after it as it rolls into the second to last row off the third base side. There's a stampede of kids that were camped on that grassy berm just to the right of where that foul ball landed. Gibby will take a look at the runner at first. Not a bad idea, as Riley Crane has taken off on back-to-back pitches. Not surprising in the full count, but he was able to get back in there safely this time. Righty sets at the belt. Payoff on the way. It's grounded towards first and not hit that well. Connor Crane will take it to the bag himself. Step on the base. Now 2 outs in the inning. It was as good as a bunt as Crane moves up to second. But it's going to require Joliet find a 2-out base hit to score the run. The hitter is Tyler Coolbaugh, another lefty in Jeff Isom's batting order. Gibson starts him. Fastball at 87 that he couldn't catch up to. Swings and misses and falls behind. Joliet trying to get on the board. Keep pace with these Freedom hitters that are in a league of their own right now. Up 5-0 early here in game 3. Fastball back up the middle off Gibson's glove. Pintor is going to make the play up the middle, throw across his body. Nice play. Gibson slowed it down for him, but Pintor did the rest. Got to it. Easy play for Luis Pintor in his first season with the Freedom. He can do it all on the infield, second, third, short. Good play at second ends the frame. So the Freedom will come back to the plate with that shutout still intact. And for up by 5. So moving to the third on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Are you craving the crispiness of Donato's pizza and the creaminess of Witt's custard? Visit a one-stop shop for both cravings in Independence, Kentucky. Haven't had the chance to try Witt's yet? Well, you're in luck. Stop by the First Baseline concessions and get a scoop of made fresh daily Witt's custard today. Donato's Pizza and Witt's Custard of Independence are proud supporters of Tasty Za, delicious desserts, and Florence Freedom Baseball.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Freedom. That's Pintor, Pritchard, and Bryant. Florence already well in front of the Joliet Slammers 5-zip. As we're about to break ground on inning number 3. Cody Clark taking one for the team today. Back out there on the bump. First pitch breaking ball and a good start for him. As the bender crosses the outside edge, starts Pintor behind in the count 0-1. Luis jumped on the first pitch he saw, plating an early Freedom run with a single that was well struck to right center. Well, even the count, he lays off more off speed that missed down and away. So Pintor now in a 1-1 count as Clark rocks into the windup. Just got underneath it. Pintor, high fly ball and foul ground, third base side. Catcher and third baseman Isaacson and Crane give chase, but it bounces off the top of the Freedom dugout before turning into a souvenir as the count moves to 1-2 to Pintor. Quick look at the Frontier League scoreboard. The Windy City Thunderbolts helping the Freedom out already once today, beating Southern Illinois 6-5 in Game 1 of their double dip at Rent One Park. That's a big win, and it snaps a 7-game losing streak for Windy City. Ground ball left side and through past a diving Chaz Meadows. Pintor's quickly got himself a multi-hit game. Another well-struck single for Pintor, who's starting to hit bullets left and right. The leadoff man's aboard for the Freedom to bring up Jackson Pritchard, who worked a walk in AB number 1 and was stranded on base in the 4-run frame. Clark back into the stretch on the third base side of the rubber, and the first pitch on the way to Pritchard, down and away at 89. 1-0. Hurler wants a new baseball. We have battled through some wet conditions here in Joliet. Already had a 10-minute rain delay or so. More gray skies overhead, but so far the rain holding off, allowing us to play more baseball. A little chopper towards third, but it'll be foul. Riley Crane digs it up on a backhand. And he'll heave it into the Joliet Slammers dugout to get toweled off. It is genius that pretty much every ballpark in the Frontier League has the turf surface. As much rain as we get throughout the summer in the areas in which the Frontier League rains, no pun intended. Fastball's up and in. Good take for Jackson Pritchard. I should say an easy take. It nearly hit him for the second ball of the sequence. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Freedom catcher. Nobody out. Pintor at first. But the turf surfaces do allow us to get right back on the field once the rain stops. No worrying about a tarp or puddles. Pintor takes off in the 2-1. Pritchard swings away, hits a mile-high pop-up on the infield. Luis has got to sprint back to first base as the first baseman, Dash Winningham, makes the catch. Pintor able to get back to the bag, and in fact, there weren't any Slammers over there anyway. That pop-up being on the right side of the infield, and the first baseman making the catch. It was an open lane back to the bag for Luis, who's there standing again with 1 out now. And Taylor Bryant making his way to the plate. Back to the Frontier League scoreboard. The River City Rascals ahead of the Gateway Grizzlies 1-zip in the top of the 7th. That series being played at Carshield Field, home of the Rascals, but just a 1-run game. Schaumburg's on the board for the first time in the series with Evansville, but they trail 3-1 in the top of the 5th. First pitch on the way, runner takes off. It was a pitch out. They had an idea, but the bad throw from Peyton Isaacson makes it an easy stolen base for Luis Pintor, who dove in head first anyway, but the throw on the left side of second and a ways to the left. Freedom stolen base leader has 1 more on the ledger. 1-0 the count to Bryant on the pitch out. Clark sets and the righty deals a fastball that's framed up nicely on the outside corner, called a strike to even the count 1-1, and that was every bit on the black. That is far outside as a fastball can be while remaining in the strike zone. Clark gets the one he wants from Isaacson. And the 1-1 breaking ball is hammered to right field. Ridge Hopi Haslam's back. He's at the track. He's at the wall. And it's gone. A 2-run shot for Taylor Bryant to the opposite field has increased the Freedom edge to 7-0. Second home run of the season for Taylor Bryant. And the Freedom all over the Joliet Slammers here in the series finale. Have still scored in every inning, 2 more across, as Bryant flexes with the Oppo Taco. Back to their Tuesday night antics are the Freedom. Scorebook's on the way to being a coloring book again, as Connor Crane's in the box. Breaking ball misses down and away from Clark. 1-0. Connor snubbed from the All-Star game, but Dennis Pelfrey will be the manager with his club in first place at the time the All-Stars were announced. The fastball at 90 is a little bit low. Look to have the edge, but below the knees, it's 2-0 quickly to Connor Crane, who leads the Freedom in homers with 7. In fact, that still ties him atop the entire Frontier League in home runs. He swings through a fastball here, a pretty swing, but he was late, and it's 2-1. But with Dennis being the manager of the West Division All-Stars, he always gets to bring a couple of his guys with him, and I would certainly think this man in the box will be one of them. It's not just the home run leader, he's also the RBI leader. It's a hard foul ball off the right side here to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connor now with 28 RBIs after his RBI single in inning number 1. Righty into the windup with the bases freshly cleared, and check swing. Did he go too far? Yes, he did, and Crane knew it. He's heading back to the Freedom third base dugout, down on strikes for the second out of the frame. Another good off-speed pitch from Cody Clark, who has shown a good curveball tonight. But when he's fallen behind hitters, he's had to go to the fastball, and the Freedom have sat dead red, punishing him at every turn. First pitch to Tyler Reichenborn. Going to be a strike on the outside edge. That one popped the mitt. Able to get that fastball by a Freedom hitter. Not that Reichenborn swung. If he knew it was coming, he may have. He goes after this fastball, fouls it off to the right as he falls behind 0-2. 2 more runs on 2 more hits in this inning for the Freedom, who have 9 hits already. Still hitting here in the 3rd inning. Clark deals, breaking ball, and that's going to miss. Peyton Isaacson didn't help out his pitcher much, came up out of his crouch to squeeze the bender that looked to be close to the corner. Anytime the catcher stands up, what's the home plate umpire supposed to think? In this case, Jim Shaley rolled it a ball. Good changeup at 79, thrown past a swinging Reichenborn, who's down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks in the 3rd, but not before. Taylor Bryant touches them all with his second big fly of the season. His 2-run shot has put the Freedom ahead 7-0 with the bottom of the 3rd on deck. You're listening to Florence Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Sarah has soccer, Josh has basketball, Mom and Dad work and volunteer.
This summer, the Frontier League heads to the Big Apple as its brightest stars battle the Can-Am League's finest in the historic first-ever Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star celebration. It's July 9th and 10th in beautiful Rockland County, nestled in New York City's suburbs. Slide to rocklandboulders.com for tickets and lodging information to see the best baseball stars shine in New York. Again, visit rocklandboulders.com and show support for your team in the Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Game.
Get ready to hit it out of the ballpark with tasty treats from Milford Valley.
We've got an all-star lineup of chicken appetizers now available at concessions. Fans who like a little heat can't go wrong with cream cheese-filled buffalo chicken sticks. Like it a little hotter? Try the spicy jalapeno chicken sticks. And finger food just got more interesting with chicken chips that are great for dipping in your favorite sauce.
This lineup of chicken products from Milford Valley is sure to be a big hit and your next ballpark favorite.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG. Scoring in every inning will always be a good formula for any team that plays the game of baseball, and it's certainly working well for the Freedom of late. They're in front of the Joliet Slammers 7-0, having scored in each of their first 3 at-bats. Tyler Gibson back on the bump here in the bottom of the third and throws a fastball past a swinging Ridge Ho'opi Haslam for an early strike in the bottom of inning number 3. Gibson's faced the minimum once. He faced 4 batters in his last inning, but stranding Riley Crane, who got the first Slammers hit at second in the frame. This fastball is going to miss a hair inside, evening the count. With today's right fielder, normally second baseman, but today's right fielder, Ridge Ho'opi Haslam, who already has an error out there. And it was instrumental in the Freedom scoring in every inning. Back in the second, breaking ball is going to miss down and away. Now 2-1 to Ho'opi Haslam. It was Caleb Lopez that got the single in which Ho'opi Haslam didn't look the baseball in all the way. Ended up allowing Lopez to take second, and Andre Mercurio plated him. Here's a fisted ground ball up the middle. Slow roller. Wobrock ranging to his left. Gloves. Fires while falling down and gets the out. Nice play. Even though you can play on turf when it rains, it still does get a little bit wet. Wobrock lost his footing there, but still had plenty on the throw. And a good start for Tyler Gibson. 1 man up, 1 man out. Here's the 9-hole hitter, Jared Morello. First pitch at 90. Backs Morello off the plate. Early ball. Gibson gets the one he wants, rocks into the windup, and will miss outside with some heat. Morello's quickly ahead 2-0. Gibson rocking the really tall socks. Looks like the right pant legs pulled up all the way above the knee. Righty's in the windup again. Goes fastball, gets a swing and a miss from Morello. 2 balls, 1 strike now on the 9-hole hitters. Back to the top in London Lindley next. Righty kicks and fires, and line foul out of play off the left side. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time called in the box. Morello grew a bit impatient. Morello kind of rocking the 1927 Yankees tall sock look. Baggy pants, pulled up, solid black socks, but not that high. 88 on this heat, but it's too far inside, and it's going to be a full count. Gibson kicks, fires, bouncer towards first. Fair baseball. Connor Crane gloves it and will win the foot race at first base. 3 unassisted. Pushes Tyler Gibson to the brink. Give another clean 1-2-3 frame.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, London Lindley.
Lindley 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. And will lay off a first pitch fastball that's low. 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, 7-0 already. Freedom in front. Fouled off the foot on the second offering. Lindley in a 1-1 count now. Gibson fires the 1-1, and it's pounded into the turf. Foul on the third base side. Tyler has not struck a batter out yet. But he's pushed Lindley to the brink. 1-2. Couple of shakes from the Freedom ace, who's into the windup. And he has a strikeout. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Half-hearted swing from Lindley, who was fooled on the deucer. And it's another 1-2-3 frame for the Freedom ace, Tyler Gibson, who will bring the Freedom back to the plate. Top 4 already in front a bundle, 7-zip. Can they extend that scoring in every inning streak one more frame? We're about to find out in inning number 4 next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you. Because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Bored? Looking for something different and exciting to do? Come to Full Throttle Indoor Karting and experience pure racing exhilaration. 40 miles per hour on huge indoor tracks. That'll do it. Full Throttle Indoor Karting has something for almost everyone. Check it out at GoFullThrottle.com. Come alone or bring your friends. With 2 locations, Springdale near Dave & Buster's and Florence just off the Turfway exit. We're close by. Full Throttle Indoor Karting. GoFullThrottle.com.
Right now at Fazoli's, get the $5 lunch. Pick 2 Fazoli's favorites, like our fettuccine Alfredo and a side Caesar salad. Or get lasagna with meat sauce and a slice of pepperoni pizza, plus a drink, all for $5. That's right, just $5. Choose from over 450 tasty combinations and get our unlimited signature garlic breadsticks when you dine in. Make plans to enjoy the $5 lunch at Fazoli's today. Fazoli's, life is better with breadsticks. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Getting colder, summer getting warmer, tidal wave coming across.
All Freedom early. We move to the 4th, 7-zip. I've already mentioned how scoring in every frame is a good idea to have success. So is getting shutout frames defensively in every inning. That's what the Freedom have combined to do tonight. They scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 more in the third, and Tyler Gibson's not allowed to run yet. There's a new hurler on the bump for the Joliet Slammers, as Austin Wobrock, the 2-hole man who's trying to get off the schneid, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts here in his third at bat. Side-arming hurler is number 14, Drew Peden, leaving the count at 1-1 with Wobrock. Righty on the third base side of the rubber, always from the stretch. Fastball is lined down the line right field. Fair baseball. How far will Austin Wobrock run? He's on his horse to second. The relay will be cut off and dropped by Tyler Coolbaugh. Wobrock didn't get the memo. He dove in head first, but either way you slice it, he's safe at second with a double off that schneid indeed, as Caleb Lopez comes to the plate with another Freedom runner at second base in scoring position. And man, these games are really starting to be so much fun to call. This Freedom team saved the 5-1 loss yesterday in that ungodly early start time. They've reached a new level. They're already the top team in the Frontier League. My goodness, they're putting it all together, offense and defense. They've had pitching all season. Caleb Lopez in the box, lays off a breaking ball at 82 that missed in. He's ahead 1-0. 2 for 2 today is this guy, Lopez. 2 singles and 2 runs scored, doing his job in the 3-hole. Peden sets out in front of the chest with that crouch in the set position, but he'll miss out. Off speed is Lopez. And another good hitter's count. That's pretty much been the formula for the Freedom. Be patient, get yourself in predictable fastball counts, and then unload. poetry in motion of late. Righty's going to miss at the shoe tops with another off-speed pitch at 70. Trying to be awful careful with what he throws at Caleb Lopez, but he's going to have to climb back from 3-0. Peden with a 3.32 ERA this season and a 1-3 record, and he'll wheel move to second, but there was nobody there. So Wobrock able to skip back to the base, readjust his pants to his liking, as he's rocking the tall socks as well. 3-0 and a 4-pitch walk. Fastball missed up and out. Lopez will shed the shin guard and trot to first base. He's now been on base all 3 times. His first walk today. And here's Andre Mercurio, who's got an RBI and 2 base hits, 2 singles, and both bullets. 1 to left, 1 to right. Maybe he'll look to go dead center here. It does seem of late the Freedom are pretty much able to do what they want at the plate. Peden sets and will nearly hit Mercurio with the first pitch curveball. That started down the middle and broke almost right into Mercurio's thigh. Runners at first and second. There are no outs. Peden, a fastball, and that's a strike. First strike in 6 pitches for the submarining righty, who's in an even 1-1 count with the cleanup hitter, Andre Mercurio. Peden sets and will let go a fastball that's hit hard on the ground to right. This is a base hit. Pelfrey's going to wave Austin Wobrock. We'll see the arm from Ho'opi Haslam. It's off the line. Wobrock will score. Lopez a big round at third base, but he'll stay there. And on the throw, yet again, Andre Mercurio now walking his way to second. 3 for 3 today is Mercurio. Another RBI for him, and the Freedom will continue that trend of scoring in every inning, and they're sitting pretty to add on top of what is now an 8-run lead at 8-0. Ricky Ramirez Jr. steps in. About time he joined the hit parade. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach once on the air by Chas Meadows. First pitch to him is a fastball that's just going to miss off the outside edge. 1-0. This one's nowhere close. Fastball's down and away. Ramirez in the good hitters count, 2-0. He circled the bags once in this series, a 2-run shot on Tuesday night. Won't get anything to hit here, though. 3-0 quickly as another fastball's off the outlet third. 2 men in scoring position for the Freedom. At second and third, still nobody out in inning number 4 and already up 8. 4 pitches, all balls. Ramirez will toss his bat, make his way to first base. Bags now loaded for the Freedom, with Luis Pintor coming to the plate. He's been a Slammers killer this season. 2 more hits tonight, 3 on Tuesday. Had each of his 2 home runs this season against Joliet. The first time these 2 teams squared off back in the opening series of the season. Little did we know then what kind of Freedom club we had. Of course, Dennis Pelfrey's told us from the very beginning what kind of club this was. Credit to him. First pitch fouled off the foot of Pintor, who's going to take a moment to walk this one off. He falls behind 0-1. But man, wasn't Dennis on top of it? I remember writing the spring stories on the Freedom website just to get a little content out there before the campaign begun. And Dennis said this club has the chance to be the very best team Florence has ever seen. And at the time, you're thinking about 2017, how good that team was. Like, all right, yeah, that's cool. Let's see. Well, they enter tonight at 27-13. well on their way to best that 61 win mark in 2017, and Dennis looking like he called it from the very beginning. Pintor fists a fly ball to center. Got jammed. Long run for London Lindley on the in-trot. He'll squeeze it. Lopez will deep tag at third base. But ultimately, he's going to stay there. Not deep enough to play to run. And it's the first out of the inning for the Joliet Slammers. But the bases are still loaded. Jackson Pritchard, the new hitter. 0 for 1 at the walk. And on the corners again is Joliet, as a fastball finds the outer edge to start Pritchard 0-1. Jackson with 3 bombs this year. They have all been memorable. Fooled on a breaking ball. Takes a swing and misses. 0-2 to the Freedom catcher. He's got a walk-off homer this year and 2 eventual game-winning homers. Staying with the off-speed, but this one misses almost on the other side of the left-handed batter's box, as Peyton Isaacson had to chase after it to squeeze. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The count with Pritchard. He sets. And the Submariner goes breaking ball and is fouled off the end of the bat, back to the backstop. The count remains 1-2. Righty sets and fires. Stays to the breaking ball, this one at 69. Pritchard was patient. He stood there. It started almost behind him. He was willing to wear it, but it did snap back enough to avoid the hit by pitch, but it stayed too far in to get the strike call. So the count's even at 2-2. And the righty deals again, and this time he will hit Pritchard. It was the fastball that he couldn't locate. That'll work. That's an RBI for Jackson. As the bases are loaded, they remain that way, and Lopez is across, tapping his toe on home plate. Scoring the 9th run of the night for the Freedom is Lopez. And it's now 9-0 in the top of the 4th inning. This is one of those demoralizers for the opposition and a galvanizer for the Freedom, who have 3 games on tap with the Schaumburg Boomers starting tomorrow, a team they've already swept once this season. And it's one thing to sweep the bottom feeders in the Frontier League. Schaumburg was at the time and still is the first place team in the East Division. Here's Taylor Bryant, and a breaking ball starts him 1-0 as it again missed in the left-handed batter's box as Peden is feeling the pressure. You watch what happened to Cody Clark. When you do command the fastball and off speed in the strike zone, these Freedom hitters have ambushed it all night. Where do you go to get an out? Hard ground ball to short. Meadows will sit on it, flip it to second for 1. Coolbaugh the turn at first in time, and that will help Drew Peden's case. He's out of harm's way in the top of the 4th inning, but the Freedom do add 2 more to the ledger. It's now 9-0 visitors in the rubber match between the Freedom and Slammers at DuPage Medical Group Field. You're listening to Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture.
here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmer's market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family. And you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
The Freedom have had the back of their ace pitcher tonight. They've given him more than enough run support early. 9-0 your score. So move into the bottom of the fourth. The Slammers sending their 2, 3, 4 hitters to the plate. Meadows, Winningham, and Bragg. They've got their work cut out for them tonight. Fastball is going to miss in on Meadows for an early ball. Chaz 0 for 1. He grounded out to Wobrock at short his first time up. Aaron Brody with you from DuPage Medical Group Field as a fastball crosses right down Broadway to even the count at 1-1. These are the fun ones. Freedom on their way of leaving no doubt in this game. Time called in the box as Meadows will step out. I actually believe I did not finish the look at the Frontier League scoreboard. There was too much action going on offensively. So we'll get back, let you know what's going on in the rest of the games as a fastball brushed Meadows back to allow him to take the edge. 2-1 on Gibson here to start the bottom of the fourth. Hurler fires a fastball that's fouled off out of play to the right. Here's the rest of the look at the Frontier League scoreboard. The Washington Wild Things and Lake Erie Crushers tied up at 4. In the top of the 8th, that game and series being played at Wild Things Park. And Windy City again helping the Freedom out. Second game's underway. They're already in front of Southern Illinois 3-0. And here is a big blast off the bat of Meadows. If it's fair, it's way gone. But it's going to be a foul ball off the roof of whatever little awning that is on the other side of the wall. And straight away left. He got every bit of that one. But it's a 2-2 count. He's on the brink of a strikeout. Gibson looking for his second tonight. Struck out the last batter he faced back in the bottom of the third. For his first, broken bat, ground ball to third. Bryant gets it, sends it to first. Meadows is retired. And that bat that he just hit the Mammo foul ball with, now out of commission, as Gibson does, but he does so well. Pitching in to win, breaking bats. Broke 4 in a start, 3 starts back. That's his first broken stick tonight. But he'll run that 2-seamer in on the hands with great regularity. Dash Winningham in the box now, and he'll lean away from a first pitch fastball. 1-0. But yeah, Windy City in front of Southern Illinois again, 3-0. Still a lot of real estate left in that game. It'll be a 7-inning affair as the fastball crosses on the inner third. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the second at Rent One Park, but Windy City on the heels of their Game 1 victory, 6-5, in front 3-0. Check swing and a foul ball rolling behind home plate where Pritchard will snag it, give it to the umpire Jim Shaley so Gibby can get a brand new baseball. River City now up 4-0 on Gateway in the top of the 8th. Here's a ground ball to first. Connor Crane goes to a knee, fields it clean. And Winningham's hardly hustling to first. Crane has all day to step on the bag for out number 2.
Now batting the designated hitter number 23, Harrison Bragg.
That might be my favorite walkout song there is. Sorry, that's why I turned the crowd mic up and went quiet. First pitch, Harrison Bragg hits a bullet to center, but Andre Mercurio read it perfectly and had Bragg almost played perfectly as he turns this line drive into out number 3. And that'll do it for the Joliet Slammers in the 4th. The Freedom in a rout, 9-0, back to the plate for the 5th time tonight and have still scored in every inning. You're listening to Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Check it out. The Freedom are in front 9-0, looking for a series victory over the Joliet Slammers. Connor Crane in the box to face Drew Peden, and a first pitch fastball will start him 0-1 as it crosses the outside corner. Aaron Brody with you from Joliet, Illinois, the site of this midweek 3-game set between the Freedom and Slammers. Peden throws a fastball past Crane here as he quickly pushes him to the brink. 0-2. Crane did strike out his last time up, but got an RBI single in his first at bat. He's 1 for 2. Second inning of work for the righty Peden, who's a submariner, and here's a ground ball rolled over. It's going to be cut off at third base by Riley Crane, and he will airmail the throw to first base. It takes a very fortuitous slammer bounce off the wall, rolling right back to Dash Winningham, so Crane will stay put there at first. But the Joliet Slammers, normally airtight defensively, have just made their third error of the game. It's not as though that's been their undoing. It certainly has not helped matters. The Freedom have hit their fair share of baseballs tonight with 12 hits already. But 3 errors for the team that was second in the Frontier League in fielding percentage, but likely will not be anymore. Back to the top of the order, and Tyler Reichenborn, who lays off a first pitch fastball, and will be happy with the result. It's ball 1, too far inside. Broken bat, slow roller to short. Meadows charges. He only has one play. It's at first, and he's got to hurry, but he's able to get it there in time. Reichenborn retired as Crane moves up 90 feet to second with 1 out.
Now batting shortstop, number 8, Austin Holbrook.
Austin Wobrock doubled his last time up. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball at 71. It stays outside the whole time. 1-0. He was on the receiving end of that double from Wobrock. He's able to find the outside edge with a straight change, it looked like here. Evens the count at 1-1 with the Freedom 2-hole hitter. Here's 1 for 3. Fastball shot the other way. Look out in that Freedom third base dugout. 1-2 now on Wobrock. Like Connor Crane was snubbed from being voted into the All-Star game. But I fully expect, again, Dennis Pelfrey will take him with. He fouls off an inside pitch, sending it high and out of play off to the left side to keep the count where it is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Freedom leading this game 9-zip here in the top of inning number 5. Peden sets and fires the 1-2, and it's fouled back to the netting again. Peden with the glove tucked under his arm as he looks in for the sign. Gets the one he wants, throws a breaking ball that Wobrock smashes to right field for a base hit. Dennis is going to hold Crane at third. Wobrock taking a big round at first, thinking about taking second as Dash Winningham falls over on the field. But it was the right move to go back into first. Now runners on the corners. Still just one out. And their 3-hole Caleb Lopez hitting in every inning, it feels like, every inning but one tonight. Lopez comes to the plate again here. 4th at bat. And more damage to be done with runners on the corners. Small ball still an option. Fly out. Put the Freedom up an even 10. Peden deals the first offering to Lopez and buries it down and away. Righty comes to a consensus and deals, and a line shot to center. London Lindley left to play this on a bounce. Crane's going to score easily from third. Wobrock up 90 feet to second. Caleb Lopez has just made it a 3-hit night in which he's been on base all 4 times. And it will be 10-0 Freedom here in the 5th. They've still scored in every frame.
Now batting center fielder number 2, Andre Mercurio.
I don't think Andre Mercurio chose this walkout song, but it ain't half bad. Not for a walkout song, but if you're zipping around in your car, you'd probably blare it. Alan Jackson at his finest. Hard shot to right field, past a diving Coolbaugh. First pitch ambushing. Mercurio has himself a single. Dennis Pelfrey is going to hold Wobrock at third, station-to-station advancement. But Andre Mercurio has now got 4 hits in his first 4 at-bats, and I got a feeling I might be updating a certain part of the game notes later on tomorrow. As Mercurio will be gunning to be the first Freedom hitter to have a 5-hit game in a couple of years. 4 for 4 off the bat. Jeff Isom out, bringing the whole infield in to have a quick word with Drew Peden. Offer him a quick word of encouragement, but tells him ultimately, you've got to stay out here. We can't use 16 pitchers tonight. Somebody's got to cover some real estate. Joliet already scratched their starter, Tyler Jandren. Peden's the second guy to appear tonight. Cody Clark didn't fare all that well, and Peden hasn't either. Still one out, bases still loaded. And Ricky Ramirez Jr. in the box. Good pitch. Spots a fastball on the outside black. Ramirez behind 0-1. Second pitch on the way, offered at, popped up, but this is going to twist well foul out of play to the left as Ricky Ramirez will be in the 0-2 abyss.
That foul ball brought to you by Brown & Brown Insurance. Insurance advice that's always a hit.
Peden deals and will miss. Fastball did not have the outside corner, though Peden thought it did. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the man who rounds out. They'll have to scamper to it, throw to first, and in time. Mike Fichter says the throw beat Pintor to the bag, and that will bring this inning to a close. but 2 more runs across for Florence. They've scored 2 in their last 3 innings. They also scored 4 in the first and 1 for good measure in the second. 11-0. And the ace, Tyler Gibson, back to the bottom 5 in search of his 5th win this season. When we come back on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company. Underway in the bottom of the 5th as a first pitch fastball from Tyler Gibson. Nibbles on the outside edge, starts Riley Crane. Behind in the count, 0-1. Crane the only man tonight to get a hit off Gibson. And he'll be brushed back on a fastball that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Aaron Brody with you from DuPage Medical Group Field. It has been Freedom from the get-go tonight. 11-0 your score. Hard ground ball to first, but right at Connor Crane, who will scoop it up. And almost tantalizingly slow to get to first base. Crane hustling the whole way. There, Crane. But Connor steps on the bag right before Riley arrives at the base. 1 Crane retires another for out number 1 to bring up Peyton Isaacson. With nobody on and 1 dead. First pitch to Peyton, misses at the letters. Not everybody in the Joliet Slammers batting order has hit twice yet tonight. Here's a hard chopper towards second. Luis will get to it. Frisbee it over to first. 2 quick outs for Gibson in the bottom of inning number 5. But over on the other side of the scorebook, the Florence Freedom are making their way through their lineup for a 4th time. Tonight, it'll be Jackson Pritchard, Taylor Bryant, Connor Crane, the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up when we get to the top of the 6th. And the way Tyler Gibson's cruising, that might be in just about 30 seconds. Tyler Coolbaugh digs in, 0 for 1 tonight, a 1-4-3 put out. Not a double play, but off Gibson's mitt, fielded by Pintor, who then sent it on to first to get the out and retire the side back in the 2nd. The first pitch missed in, and now a chopper is going to be fielded by Gibson, who fumbles it for a second, but is able to recollect, recover, and flip it to Crane at first. Another 1-3 put out for Gibson, and another inning in which he faces the absolute minimum. This is one of those games that's gone perfectly for the Freedom tonight. No matter if it's offense or defense, it's zeros defensively and a whole lot of runs offensively. 11 zip and looking for more. Top 6 next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Are you craving the crispiness of Donato's pizza and the creaminess of Witt's custard? Visit a one-stop shop for both cravings in Independence, Kentucky. Haven't had the chance to try Witt's yet? Well, you're in luck. Stop by the First Baseline concessions and get a scoop of made fresh daily Witt's custard today. Donato's Pizza and Witt's Custard of Independence are proud supporters of Tasty Za, delicious desserts, and Florence Freedom Baseball. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Yeah, I get it, you're an outcast. Always under attack, always coming in last. Bring it up.
11-0 your score as we move into the top of the sixth, and it's your Freedom in front of the Joliet Slammers by a wide margin. Florence has scored in every inning, 3 innings in a row. They've hung 2s on the board. They scored 5 in their first 2 at-bats. And it is a third Joliet Slammers pitcher on the bump here in inning number 6. They've all been righties tonight, but this time it's the big righty, Mitch McIntyre, who's already appeared once in this series. He's 6'3", 190 pounds, out of Wichita, Kansas, and formerly in the Milwaukee Brewers organization with their rookie affiliate, Arizona. He's a rookie, too, in his first season with Joliet. And he's going to face the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Freedom, starting with Jackson Pritchard, who digs in now. Aaron Brody with you from Joliet, Illinois. Freedom on their way to another series victory. It would be their 9th this season. First pitch swinging and a high drive deep to left center field, but this one's going to be playable. In fact, coming in now for it is the left fielder, Jared Morello, who puts it in his back pocket for out number 1. Boy, I like the way that sounded. Oh, man. That's what I get for following the baseball as it disappeared into the night sky in the power alley in left center. I didn't see the outfielder was actually coming in for it. So Pritchard retired and Taylor Bryant in the box. Can you blame me? They've all been base hits tonight, or homers. This guy knows a little something about that as he jumps back from a first pitch fastball. Taylor Bryant touched them all with a 2-run shot in the third. It was an oppo taco to right, his second of the season. There's the 1-0 from McIntyre. Right down Broadway for a called strike. The numbers for McIntyre this season, not much different than Cody Clark's. In fact, a little bit worse. 11.12 ERA. He has not recorded a decision, win or loss. Opponent's hitting .286 off this right-hander who struck out 3 and walked 4 in 5 2/3 innings. His fastball is going to miss down. 2 balls and a strike. Now the count with Bryant. Two-one. High drive, straightaway center field. And London Lindley is going to put it away. 2 outs quickly for the Freedom in inning number 6 as Connor Crane comes back to the plate. Connor getting the Frasier theme song treatment as he digs in the box. Everything's funny when you're winning 11-0. McIntyre starts Crane at the fastball, and that's in a good spot on the inside edge. 0-1. Crane 1 for 3 tonight with an RBI. It was an RBI single in his first at bat. He reached on an error his last time up. And he will fight a fastball out of play off to the right. 0-2 the count. Considering the Freedom have scored in every inning, it's probably no surprise to tell you they have not been retired in order yet. That's what Mitch McIntyre is hoping to accomplish here. And on his way, he's ahead. 0-2, and the pitch almost hitting the helmet of Crane, who was able to duck his head down to avoid it for ball one. The 1-2 from McIntyre. Popped out of play off to the right. We'll do the 1-2 again. Cody Clark, the man on the hook for the loss if things stay the way they are. Went 3 innings tonight, allowed 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Here's a ground ball, third base side. Is this a fair baseball? It's not, it's foul. Just barely. Crossing the third base bag to the left of the stripe. Still a 1-2 count with the 9-hole man Crane. McIntyre sets and fires. Connor will fight off one more tough pitch that was in on the hands, sends it rolling towards the Slammers' first base dugout. Still a 1-2 count. There are 2 outs, nobody on. For the first time tonight, the Freedom threatening to not score in an inning. Wouldn't hate a little insurance in this 11-0 game. Fastball on the outside edge. Crane down on strikes. Backwards K. And you can hear almost some sarcastic applause from the Joliet Slammers faithful yelling, "Yay!" that the inning came to a close without more damage on the scoreboard. Freedom in front, 11-0. Likely Tyler Gibson to go back out for inning number 6. He's already gone enough to get his 5th win. You're listening to Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. You belong at Citi. We are now hiring customer service agents to join the team at our Florence, Kentucky Customer Contact Center. Working at Citi certainly has its perks: tuition reimbursement, great pay, business casual dress code, and benefits day one. To discover a career at Citi and join our remarkable team, visit jobs.citi.com/Florence. That is jobs.citi.com/Florence. Citi is an equal opportunity employer.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg, proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs: sales, service, parts, and body shop. We're family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
When your truck is broken down, where do you turn for extensive repairs at a reasonable cost? Look no further than Taylor Truck and Auto Repair. We pride ourselves on being the premier source for truck and auto servicing in the area. In addition to our quality work, we offer 24-hour road assistance and towing for large trucks and automobiles. We can also perform work on RVs. We're located 2 minutes off the Mount Zion Road or Richwood Road exits on Dixie Highway in Walton, Kentucky. Taylor Truck and Auto Repair. Call 859-918-6122. First pitch fastball crosses the outside corner as Ridge Ho'opi Haslam is behind in the count 0-1. It is Tyler Gibson back out for his 6th inning of work and leading 11-0. Search of his 5th win of the season as he misses inside with a fastball to even the count. Ho'opi Haslam 0-for-1 today with a ground out to short. Gibby rocks into the windup and breaking ball on the inside corner. 1-2. Gibson has allowed just one hit in his first 5 innings. He struck out 1. Trusting his defense, they have not let him down. Check swing on a good breaking ball that dropped off the table. But Hopi Haslam did not cross, and no appeal will be awarded to the Freedom. In fact, I don't believe they even asked. So 2 balls and 2 strikes will be the count on the 8-hole hitter. 8-9-1 due up for the Slammers here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Right-hander fires, tap towards third. Taylor Bryant ranging on his way to short. Scoops it up and makes the toss. 5-3, taking another trophy away from Austin Wobrock as the two share a laugh about it. Not the first time we've seen that from Bryant. He did play some short in the St. Louis Cardinals organization, as did Caleb Lopez, who's normally at second. Luis Pintor playing second tonight, but he's also a guy that's played short in an affiliated career. So the joke's been all season. The Freedom have 4 shortstops on the infield. Breaking ball is going to miss down and in to Jared Morello, who's ahead 1-0. When Bryant's at first base, that might be the case. With Pintor either at second or third, Lopez at the 1, Pintor is not. I don't know if Connor Crane is going to try to play any short anytime soon. Heck of an outfielder, though. Fastball misses down and away. It's going to be 2-0 as Jackson Pritchard, for the first time tonight, goes out to have a word with his pitcher Tyler Gibson. So I'll utilize this opportunity to bring you back into the broadcast booth here tonight. Man, these are the fun ones. 11-0 your score. Freedom scoring in their first 5 at bats. Took them 6 innings to not score a run. Well on their way to a 9th series victory tonight. They've looked great on both sides of the diamond. Gibson's ready to work, but he'll miss down and away with a fastball at 88 as the count moves to 3-0. I want to welcome all of our viewers who are having to rely on Mixlr tonight, as I am seeing more bad streaming connectivity on the live stream. Fastball is going to cross on the outside edge. Gibson ahead 3-1, or no, excuse me, behind 3-1, but able to find the outside edge to continue the at-bat with Jared Morello. Pritchard will set up out for the 3-1. It's a tailing 2-seam fastball that Morello thought was ball 4, but he'll turn around because it's called a strike on the outside edge. Payoff pitch up coming from Gibson, who's right back on the rubber, waiting for Morello to get back in the box. He's already got his pitch picked out. Morello trying to stop the quick pitching. Took a while to get back in the box, but here's the pitch. Down and in, ball 4. It was the fastball that missed. And that is the first walk of the night, just the second base runner of the night for the Joliet Slammers.
Center fielder number 1, London Lindley.
Back to the top of the order, and London Lindley. One good thing about the YouTube live stream, even if the live stream is not working, it does upload in its entirety after the game with no buffering. First pitch swinging, and London Lindley chops a foul ball off the third base side. Not that you guys would love to listen to a 3-hour baseball game and then go right in and watch it, but the option will be there. The live stream can bite us from time to time, but it will upload clearly if you do desire to go in and watch a game like this one, which I don't think a lot of fans have a problem with. An 11-0 game, the Freedom lead in the bottom of the 6th here. The fastball is going to find the inside edge to Lindley, who's quickly behind 0-2. Gibson answering the bell after his first walk, pounding the zone to the leadoff man. Lindley is 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up, the only strikeout Gibson's got tonight. Breaking ball, tap towards short. Wobrock gloves it and will send a glove flip to second, but it's too tall for Luis Pintor. That's going to be the first Freedom error tonight as it puts runners on the corners. And the frustrated Wobrock kicking some turf pellets on second base. Charged in to get the big hop. Went glove flip to second, but
Number 4,
too high.
Meadows.
Chaz Meadows will come to the plate. 1 out. And the first Slammer run of the game just 90 feet away in the form of Jared Morello. He was able to take third on that miscue that originally looked to be a potential inning-ending double play. First pitch on the way to Meadows. Skips in the turf. Pritchard will not pull the trigger. London Lindley, a good dirt ball read. He slides in safely at second. Up 11 runs. I like the decision for Pritchard to put that in his back pocket. Last thing you need is to throw it away. Let a run score without Meadows swinging the stick. So now 2 men in scoring position for Joliet. And a 1-0 count on their 2-hole hitter. A fastball swung on, lifted in the air to left field. Back is Reichenborn at the track. He'll look up, make the catch. This should do the trick, and it will. A sacrifice fly as the relay goes to third base, where London Lindley is now standing. And some more sarcastic applause from the Joliet Slammer faithful. Thrilled to see a run cross the plate and cut that Freedom lead to 10. First pitch swung on and missed by Dash Winningham, who was swinging for the hills, but didn't touch it. Two outs now. One more run, 90 feet away for the Slammers. They're a 3-hole at the plate. Fastball's grounded to first. Slow roller, and it's off the foot of Winningham. A foul ball. Practicing the PFPs, though. Gibson over there to cover the bag. Fouled back to the screen on a fastball and an 0-2 count. Gibby set at the belt, hikes the leg, and will offer a changeup at 79. That might be the first time he's thrown that pitch tonight, but it was off the outer third for the first ball to Winningham. Counts 1-2, Gibson still well in front. 2 outs, and London Lindley off to a walking lead at third base. In a 10-run game, the Freedom lead. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and Winningham ends up on a knee in the left-handed batter's box. Fooled, to say the least, on that deuce from Tyler Gibson, who's now got 2 strikeouts. The Slammers do scratch across their first run of the night. It was a walk to Jared Morello that set it up. An error in the inning didn't help. First Freedom mistake tonight helps Joliet find their way on the scoreboard, but it's still all Freedom, 11-1, as we break ground on inning number 7 next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
The exciting new 2018 Toyota Camry is here. With more power, more innovation, and the most advanced safety features standard. Camry's jaw-dropping designs include the premium XLE with everything at your command, and the sporty, aggressive XSE. 19-inch wheels, dual exhaust with quad chrome tips. The car you've been waiting for is here. For all Toyota offers, see your Toyota dealer or go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Why should you choose City Barbecue Catering?
I did a wedding tasting for City Barbecue Catering. Going with them for my wedding was a no-brainer. Their full-service catering left us with nothing to worry about. They took care of everything.
I fed 20 people, and man, people went to town on that beef brisket.
Thanks to the service and great food, this night was great.
The food was unbelievable. My fiance and I were so proud to serve this meal to our friends.
Visit one of City Barbecue's 5 area locations or order from the catering menu at citybbq.com.
BJ's Restaurant and Brew House has been serving up a one-of-a-kind brew house experience for 40 years. with over 120 menu items to choose from, featuring their California spin on Chicago-style deep dish pizza, specialty entrees, salads, loaded burgers, enlightened entrees, as well as the world-famous Mizuki dessert, and award-winning handcrafted beers. They obsess over bringing you nothing but good times. Don't wait. Come into BJ's Restaurant and Brewhouse today. Mitch McIntyre was able to find the first scoreless inning, and he's rewarded with his second inning of work here in inning number 7. Tyler Reichenborn goes after a first pitch fastball, hits it high into the night, but shallow. And it's going to be played by the second baseman, Tyler Kuhlbach. He was about a half step into that right center turf when he hauled in that mile-high pop-up for out number 1. It is the 1-2-3 due up for the Freedom, who now bring Austin Wobrock to the dish, leading the Joliet Slammers 11-1 in inning number 7. Aaron Brody with you. Welcome back inside DuPage Medical Center Field. Wobrock's had a good night after 2 strikeouts started his finale. Fastball is going to cross to start him 0-1. He's answered strongly since. A double and a single and 2 runs scored. 2 for 4 tonight. He gets that batting average back up closer to 290. Line smash, played on a short hop, and well by Chaz Meadows. He'll send it over to first. Put the exclamation point on a nice play at short. Looking like Austin Wobrock himself over there to retire Wobrock for out number 2. Caleb Lopez has been difficult to solve tonight. 3 for 3 and on base all 4 times. 3 singles and a walk. He's got an RBI, and he lays off a fastball that missed at his shoe tops for ball 1. Big righty deals the second offering. And this heat is going to find the inside edge to even the count at a ball and a strike. Andre Mercurio waiting on deck. He's a perfect 4 for 4 with 4 singles and 2 runs batted in. Good pitch, tied up Lopez, who started to swing. Didn't pull the trigger, but it's framed up right on the inside black. 1-2 now. Righty sets above the belt. McIntyre deals the 1-2, gets a strikeout. A breaking ball swung on and missed. Lopez never got tagged, so he's running towards first and jumps to try to get in the way of the throw from the catcher, but to no avail. Isaacson puts it on the bag where Winningham squeezes it to complete another 1-2-3 inning for Mitch McIntyre. He's been the right call for Jeff Isom tonight. He's faced the minimum through 2 innings of work. And the Slammers will come back to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, needing 10 runs to tie in an 11-1 game.
Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
Nothing like Chick-fil-A Chicken Minis to start my day off, right? The food is always hot and served with a smile.
I love Chick-fil-A breakfast, served daily until 10:30 a.m.
I spend my mornings at Chick-fil-A and my nights with the Florence Freedom for the perfect summer day. Let freedom ring.
Chick-fil-A Fort Wright, Houston Road, and Mall Road are proud to sponsor Freedom Baseball this season. So come on in today. Quit stalling.
Looking for a career change? Opportunities knocking. Beckfield College can guide you into a career direction including healthcare, nursing. You can even get your business degree. Call Beckfield today and train to get the skills you need to be a medical assistant, LPN, RN, BSN, or get on the path to a business career. Opportunity is knocking. Classes start soon. Get to beckfield.edu or call 866-961-9393. That's 866-961-9393.
Tyler Gibson can't wait. He's already thrown a first pitch, and it was a strike to Harrison Bragg here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now he'll go breaking ball, miss outside for ball 1. Bragg 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a line out to straightaway center. Tied him up on a breaking ball. Not the best swing from Bragg, and he's behind in the count 1-2. Freedom trying to improve to 14-6 against East Division foes this year. Fastball is going to miss out to even the count, 2-2. Bragg, the cleanup hitter, 4-5-6 due up for the Slammers. Fouled back towards the backstop. Another 2-2 will be upcoming from the Freedom ace right-hander Tyler Gibson, who has been marvelous tonight. The 1 run allowed in the 6th, an unearned run. As an error by Austin Wobrock instrumental in moving that guy into scoring position, where Chaz Meadows would deliver a sacrifice fly to plate Morello. So 11-1 is your score. But Gibson, no earned runs tonight. He's going to just miss with a fastball off the outside edge. As the count runs full with Harrison Bragg, Gibby with just 1 walk tonight. 2 strikeouts. He's trusted his defense with all the run support to make plays. Here's a line smash deep and carrying into right field. Ricky's back at the wall, and he won't catch this one. A solo blast for Harrison Bragg, his 2nd of the series and 4th of the season. Makes it an 11-2 game.
With that home run, the Slammers will donate $50 to the DMG Charitable Fund.
Both Bragg's home runs in this series have been to the opposite field, showcasing his power to right and right center. Riley Crane, the new hitter, and Gibson right back to work. Swung on the first pitch and fouled towards the Slammers dugout off the railing in front as the count moves to 0-1. High cheese brings Crane to flinch. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gibson gets the one he wants from Pritchard, and the fastball is hit up the box and off Gibson's leg, but rolling right to Connor Crane at first. He'll slide to the bag and finish the play. 1-3 for the out, but that hurts. That was a hard hit baseball back up the box that Gibson kicked over to Connor Crane, but not intentionally. Whole infield gathered around the Freedom ace, and here comes the trainer, Tim Murray. Man, that hurts. Goes to show what kind of night it's been for the Freedom, though. The bounce, a perfect one right to where Crane was playing defensively to scoop it up and make the out at first base. 2nd time tonight we've seen a 1-3 putout. Trainer Tim Murray taking a long look at that right leg of Gibson. Whole infield gathered in to check on their ace, who's been as good as advertised again tonight. The Harrison Bragg solo shot, the only earned run he's allowed. Doing exactly what you're supposed to do when you have run support. As I bring you back into the broadcast booth here, when you get 11 runs of support, your job's pretty easy. Just throw strikes, trust your defense. The offense has a lot of work to do to get themselves back in the ball game. So Tyler hasn't worried about the strikeouts tonight. He's coming off a start in which he got his career high, 8 strikeouts against the Gateway Grizzlies. Doesn't really need it tonight. Been effective, thrown a lot of strikes. He's only walked 2 guys. The Freedom never walk anybody. That's one of the best things Brian White has year in and year out. The pitching staff that he puts together, him and Dennis Pelfrey put together in the offseason, are always going to pound the zone. And that's what you can expect night in and night out from this guy, Tyler Gibson, who's going to stay in the game. He's a warrior. New hitter's Peyton Isaacson with 1 out. Isaacson 0 for 2. As the right-hander rocks in the windup, gives a fastball that's hit high in the air to right field. This one's going to be a fair home run for Peyton Isaacson. Second homer in as many days. Now 2 professional homers, both in this series. And another solo shot. The Joliet Slammers entered this series with just 10 homers on the season. But with 2 more tonight, they've hit 5 in this series, have that total up to 15. And now it's 11-3, an 8-run game here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Tyler Coolbaugh. He's going to miss low for ball 1. Swung on, hit high in the air, playable. In shallow right center, it's Luis Pintor from second who makes the call and the catch for out number 2.
Now batting the right fielder, number 2, Ridge O.P. Haslam.
Eight-hole hitter Ridge O.P. Haslam to step in. Gibson 1 more pitch away from bringing the offense back up in the 8th. He'll miss down and away with the fastball at 90. That's been his best velo tonight. He's hit 93 times. This one was wide of the mark for ball 1. Right back to work, tying up the right-handed hitter with an inside fastball. As Gibson's quickly ahead. Righty rocks in the windup and a line drive to left field. Racing in and laying out is Reichenborn, who makes the catch just before the ball touched the turf. Have a night, Tyler Reichenborn. And the Freedom will come back to the plate. Top 8. And that's exactly how many runs they are in front of the Slammers tonight. 11-3 your score. The Freedom will send 4-5-6 Mercurio Ramirez Pintor to the dish next at DuPage Medical Group Field in the finale with the Slammers on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Let's see, banks that have come and gone since 1904. Well, I know one that's not. There are a number of reasons why Stockyards Bank continues doing business today. Some of it's about sticking to the things that got them here, like personal service, banking the way it used to be. And still, they fit quite nicely in today's world. They don't charge you to use any ATMs anywhere. And if your phone's on, they're open. Get to know more about them at syb.com. Stockyards Bank and Trust Company. Trusted relationships from a trusted partner. Member FDIC.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Andre Mercurio has not gotten out yet tonight. And the first pitch is going to miss up and out to the Freedom cleanup hitter, who jumps ahead 1-0 as we break ground in the top of the 8th. Freedom in front of the Joliet Slammers 11-3 in the series rubber match. Good fastball from Mitch McIntyre, who's faced the minimum in 2 innings of relief tonight. Going to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mercurio a perfect 4 for 4 with 4 singles and 2 RBIs. Did a lot of that ambushing early in the count. He'll lay off high cheese here. And a wise decision. It's 2-1. McIntyre deals. Popped up. Left side. From short, Chaz Meadows is going to make the call, calling off Jared Morello. And the shortstop squeezes it to retire Mercurio for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 10, Ramirez Jr.
Freedom scored in their first 5 at bats tonight to give themselves plenty of cushion. Last 3 runs have been scored by the Joliet Slammers, but they still trail by 8. However, Joliet, who was the last place team in all of the Frontier League, 10 out of 10 in homers, has had a power surge over the last 3 days. They've got 5 dingers in this series, 2 more in the 7th inning. The only 2 earned runs for Tyler Gibson tonight. Breaking ball starts Ricky Ramirez behind in the count. As it crosses on the inner half, 0-1. Ricky's got a sac fly and a single tonight. He'll lean back. It's a fastball. Misses upstairs. Aaron Brody with you from DuPage Medical Group Field. Right-hander McIntyre gets the sign from Isaacson, who had one of those homers in the Slammers' last at bat. Here's a fly ball left side and making its way out of play. Another foul ball off the bat of Ramirez. Has him in a 1-2 count with the righty Mitch McIntyre, who's done his job. To the Freedom pulled away against Cody Clark and Drew Peden, the first 2 hurlers Jeff Isom threw out there tonight. McIntyre's come in and stopped the bleeding. Retiring 7 straight Freedom hitters tonight. Righty sets ahead of the 1-2, and here it is. Bounce towards second. Coolbaugh's going to charge in. Glove it, bobble, and another error. Error number 6 tonight for the Joliet Slammers. Crowd not happy with that, as you can hear as the crowd mic picks up. Errors always seem to haunt. But when you're playing a club like the Freedom, you have to play airtight defense. They will capitalize on every miscue you make you pay. Joliet's going to go from the 2nd team in terms of fielding percentage in the Frontier League to about 8th or 9th with 6 tonight. Fastball starts Luis Pintor behind in the count. McIntyre found the inside corner. The 0-1 from the right-hander above the belt. Now 1-1 with Luis. Pintor singled in each of his first 2 at-bats tonight. One of those plating a run. 0 for 2 since. 2 for 4 in total. 1-1's grounded towards the Freedom third base dugout. Off the foot of Pintor, who's done that now twice tonight. Judging by the way he's favoring that left ankle, I believe it might have been in the exact same spot. He wears a shin guard there, but it doesn't cover the entire foot. He's going to readjust that sucker now before he gets back in a 1-2 count with McIntyre. Jim Shaley offering him a couple more seconds as he brushes off the already perfectly clean home plate. but Luis will appreciate the gesture. Second time in this series we've seen an umpire go out there and brush off home plate. Maybe a few too many of those black pellets covering the top. Good breaking ball swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Luis Pintor. He's out number 2 in the Freedom side of the 8th. And Jackson Pritchard will come to the plate next.
Now batting and catcher number 9, Jackson Pritchard.
So despite that 13 ERA for McIntyre, he's going to see that baby go down quite a bit tonight. First pitch fastball starts Pritchard behind. High strike awarded on the inner half. It's 0-1. Runner at first, and Ricky Ramirez Jr. an unearned run. Reaching on the error by Tyler Coolbaugh at second. Wipeout breaking ball is nowhere close to the zone. Down and away to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. With the Freedom, catcher Jackson Pritchard. Jackson's earned a pair of free passes tonight. 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. And now he pops up on the infield. Now it's in shallow center. Chaz Meadows from short makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Freedom in the 8th. 3 straight scoreless frames hurled by the righty Mitch McIntyre. And the Slammers will come to the plate, bottom 8. In an 11-3 game, the Freedom lead on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Toyota is making a difference right here in America. Invest $23 billion, helping create over 470,000 jobs, building over 25 million vehicles here, including Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car. One of 11 different Toyotas built in the USA, with Toyota Care 2-year no-cost maintenance included. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmers market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family. And you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
White Castle asks, do you like deals? Do you like cheesy sliders? Well, how about deals and cheesy sliders? Because for your limited time delight, the Castle's got 2 cheese slider deals. The $4.99 combo meal for you and the shareable $7.99 sack of 10 for your crew. Try them with any cheese you please, like fiery ghost pepper. Yep, it's back. White Castle. Now that's a bold move. While supplies last, tax extra.
Tyler Gibson certainly did his job tonight. Another quality start for the Freedom Ace, who finishes with this final line. 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. And he'll hand the baseball to Carl Craigie. The southpaw enters in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Freedom in front by 8, 11-3. Craigie's got unthinkable numbers this season. And I know I've said this a lot tonight, but basically the 24-man roster of the Freedom all deserve to go to the All-Star game this year, evidenced by their 27-13 record they have entering play tonight. But Craigie, another one of those snubs, certainly a .61 ERA, a 3-1 record, and a 180 opponent batting average, but not getting the vote to the All-Star game. The lefty is going to start Jared Morello, the 9-hole hitter, with a fastball that found the inside edge for a called strike. Morello worked a walk his last time up, came around to score that unearned run. Gibson allowed, following the error by Austin Wobrock at short. Craigie on the first base side of the rubber, always from the stretch. Fastball is hit, 1 hopper, and Crane swallows it up. He'll race to first base to complete the 3 unassisted for the first out of the frame.
Now batting center fielder number 1, London Lindley.
Back to the top for the Joliet Slammers, and London Lindley who's 0 for 3. It was him that reached on the air his last time up. First pitch swinging and a foul ball, foul ground, first base side. Nice catch, Connor Crane reaching over the wall to snare it before colliding with that cinder block wall. That is a solid play by a man who's converted from being a corner outfielder. He can even play center to playing first base for the Freedom this year. And those fly balls are right at home for Crane, who made that look easy. Nice play. Lindley retired. 2 quick outs for Carl Kregge, who now faces Chaz Meadows, who had a sacrifice fly his last time up, plating that unearned run. Kregge will start him with a fastball that misses down and in at 88. Countdown of outs beginning for the Freedom. Tailing two-seamer and a beauty on the outside edge. Kregge's going to even the count. Just 4 more outs remain for the Freedom to put the finishing touches on their 9th series victory. This heat's going to miss outside. 2-1. The count to Chaz Meadows, who does not have a hit tonight. Kregge fires a fastball that froze Meadows, and that's going to be called a strike. Backing up on the pitch was the right-handed hitter. Kind of shuffling the feet as it zipped in there on the outside black. Now 2-2. Kregge deals. Goes changeup and starts walking towards the dugout. Doesn't get the call. Kregge thought he had a backwards K to end the inning. But now it's a full count. Lefty leans in for the sign with the baseball around his back. Lowers the hands below the belt. And the payoff pitch is fouled back to the screen. Meadows losing his balance at the plate. Kregge snaps the return throw back from Jackson Pritchard and stomps his way back on the rubber. He thought he was already through this inning. Now he has to come up with one more payoff pitch. One thing I love about the Freedom with these new unis they're rolling out, they all wear tall socks. Fastball got him. The ball never lies. 90 miles an hour, and Meadows is down. Kregge gets his strikeout. This time it'll be of the swinging variety. And it's a 1-2-3 frame for the southpaw, whose .61 ERA just went down a couple of ticks. Florence back to the plate, in front 8, 11-3. And in the top of the 9th when we return to DuPage Medical Group Field on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bored? Looking for something different and exciting to do? Come to Full Throttle Indoor Karting and experience pure racing exhilaration. 40 miles per hour on huge indoor tracks. That'll do it. Full Throttle Indoor Karting has something for almost everyone. Check it out at GoFullThrottle.com. Come alone or bring your friends. With 2 locations, Springdale near Dave & Buster's and Florence just off the Turfway exit. We're close by. Full Throttle Indoor Karting. GoFullThrottle.com.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2. Quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Mitch McIntyre was good tonight, but he will not come back out for the ninth. Jeff Isom will go with a fourth relief pitcher tonight. Ryan Koziol toes the slab and will face Taylor Bryant to start things here in the ninth. First pitch swinging and a bouncer to short. Meadows will circle it, field cleanly, and now fire low to first. Winningham on his backside pulled him off the bag. He dug the short hop, but he couldn't keep his feet on the base. And brace yourself, Joliet crowd. That's going to be another error. Self-destructing tonight are the Joliet Slammers in the air column. Six defensive miscues. The Freedom have 15 hits, so it's only compounded things tonight. Connor Crane, the new hitter, and he'll lay off a first pitch fastball that finds the outside corner for a called strike. Second error tonight for Meadows at short. Breaking ball misses down and away. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike with Crane. If the name Ryan Koziol sounds familiar, it's because he took one of the losses. First time these two teams squared off, it was a 6-5 game, just the second game of the season. Fastball on the outside edge. Now 1-2 with Crane. I actually misspoke. It was game 2 that the Joliet Slammers won. So Ryan Koziol got the win that night. Jonathan Tripp took the loss. Blew the save, but it was 2 Freedom errors in the 9th inning. High fly ball to right field off the bat of Crane. Racing in from right is Opie Haslam. And right as he reaches the stripe, he squeezes it for the first out of the frame. Back trotting into first is Bryant, who reached on the air. And it's back to the top of the Freedom order, and Tyler Reichenborn with 1 out. Bryant at first. Koziol set at the chin, and a first pitch. Low. Fastball misses. Reichenborn ahead 1-0. Koziol's got good numbers. A 2.04 ERA. He's 2-2 in the win-loss column. But opponents are hitting .292 against him. Figure that out. Escapes a lot of jams, what that tells me. Fastball is fouled off the third base side. Reichenborn in an even 1-1 count with the tall right-hander, who has struck out 17 to just 3 walks, so you love the ratio there if you're Jeff Isom. Almost 6-1. That's what you need in relief. Righty goes fastball again, and it's fouled. Back to Austin Wobrock in the on-deck circle. Count moves to 1-2. Might have got a piece of the foot of Reichenborn as Jim Shaley walks out to hand deliver a baseball to Koziol. Mentioned he was tall. He's 6'3", 195, real thin frame. Appears much taller than 6'3". He's a local product from Orland Park here in Illinois. Most recently in the affiliated ranks with the San Francisco Giants single A affiliate, the Augusta Green Jackets. He's an experienced professional player. Fastball on the hands, sinking quickly in right field. Racing in is Opie Haslam. He'll squeeze, make a slide after catching this ball from Reichenborn. From his backside, throws it towards first, but Bryant able to get back in there safely
Now batting the shortstop, number 8,
and avoid the unconventional double play to end the inning. 2 outs and a runner at first for Austin Wobrock. Koziol sets and fires. First pitch, breaking ball at 82, and it's called a strike. The low strike awarded. 0-1 to Austin. Koziol deals, and a late swing from Wobrock, who's now down in the count 0-2 and takes a quick walk around home plate before digging back in the left-handed box in the 0-2 abyss. Pitch on the way from Koziol, misses the back foot slider. First ball of the sequence to Wobrock, it's 1-2. There are 2 outs, and Bryant still standing at first. Austin's been an Iron Man of sorts for the Freedom, playing in his 41st game of the season at a 42. Got 1 day off. Another fastball is going to miss inside to him to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Koziol steps off, wipes the sweat from his brow and looks in for the sign. That 1 day off Austin got. Luis Pintor played short and didn't have a single ground ball hit to him. buries a breaking ball here, does Koziol. It was at one time 0-2, and now it's 3-2 as Wobrock's on the precipice of a free pass. 2 hits tonight for the Freedom shortstop, a double and a single. He scored twice. It's 2 for 5. Runner takes off, hard ground ball to short. Meadows will field. He does not have the double play or doesn't need one. There's 2 outs. What am I thinking? He'll send it to first for the only out he has. And he gets it. 6-3 to retire Wobrock, and the Freedom are down quietly again in the 9th, but they did more than enough damage, one would think, in their first 5 at-bats tonight. They lead the Joliet Slammers 11-3 as we move to the bottom of the 9th. Florence 3 outs away from a series victory and their 9th of the season in Joliet, Illinois.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
The Freedom want this series victory. And if you're looking for evidence, look no further than the fact that towing the slab here in the 9th inning with an 8-run edge is the all-star Freedom closer Jonathan Tripp, who is still yet to allow an earned run in 2019. He will be going to his second All-Star game in about a week and a half. 19 inning span for this right-hander who's a power righty. Wielding an opponent batting average of just 152, he has struck out 18 batters to 2 walks. And he'll face the cleanup man, Dash Winningham, to start things here in the 9th. The first pitch, fastball right at 90 on the radar gun. Looked to be right on the outside edge, and it was. It's 0-1. Winningham is 0 for 3 tonight. Struck out his last time up. Tripp deals, and it's popped up. Third base side, but this will make its way out of play. Somehow that baseball just hit the railing of the second deck. It's just your typical handrail. You won't see that every day. Came down right on the top of it. 0-2 is what really matters. Tripp way ahead, and the closer will deal a fastball that's popped up on the infield. Winningham, a defensive swing, and it's Jackson Pritchard, the catcher, out in front of home plate, who will squeeze it. That is a tough, tough play. That baseball is coming down sideways, but Pritchard made it look easy to retire Winningham for out number 1.
23, Harrison Bragg.
Harrison Bragg's the new hitter. Homered his last time up. I'm telling you, that walkout's as good as it gets. Tripp set at the ear, and a first pitch on the way to Bragg. All business, a fastball that misses up and in. Want to know the count. Bragg 1 for 3 tonight with that solo shot. His 4th of the year, 2nd of the series, and the fastball paints the black to even the count to the tall right-handed hitter who rocks the shin guard on the front left shin. Black hitter's sleeve on the back right elbow. Upright in his right-handed stance. It's Tripp. Fools him with the breaking ball. Check swing. They'll appeal down to first. And it certainly looks like he went around, but Tripp's not going to get the call. 2-1. It's going to be the count. Closer back to work. Shattered bat flare towards short. Wobrock in the back pedal squeezes it for out number 2. Part of that bat ended up in shallow left field. Good thing Taylor Bryant was paying attention. That bat turned into a sword. A long barrel all the way out in left field, coming to a very sharp point at the end. Tripp saws off Bragg for the second out of the frame, and now Riley Crane represents the last hope for the Joliet Slammers. He got the first hit of the night for the home team. 0 for 2 since, 1 for 3, and he goes after a first pitch fastball at 91 from Tripp and fouls it weakly back to the backstop to fall behind. Aaron Brody with you from DuPage Medical Group Field, home of the Joliet Slammers. Beautiful ballpark with the downtown atmosphere. Buildings out over the wall in right center. Line smash up the gut, a base hit. Riley Crane will make it a 2-hit night. He will not be the final out. He'll hand the bat to Peyton Isaacson. Like Harrison Bragg, homered back in the 7th and his last at bat.
Now batting the catcher, number 26, Peyton Isaacson.
There are plenty of closers in the entire sport of baseball, certainly in the professional ranks, who won't bother to come out in a game like this. Doesn't have the same adrenaline, same flow. That can wreak havoc on a lot of guys out there in search of the final 3 outs. But Jonathan Tripp just wants the work. Fastball is going to miss outside. Isaacson ahead 1-0. Score is 11-3. The Freedom with an 8-run edge with their closer on the bump, looking for one more out to bring the Freedom their 9th series victory. And a fastball is going to miss out. 2-0. 16th appearance for Tripp this season. He's got 8 saves, but this is not a save situation. 2-0, swung on and missed. Fastball thrown past Isaacson, who's got 2 home runs in this series. One in the middle game yesterday to tie the score in the fifth at 1. Another solo shot tonight to bring Joliet within 8. Chases high heat at 92 and comes up empty. That is the best velocity from Tripp tonight. He threw it past him. Deuces all over the board in the bottom of the 9th. Tripp sets and fires, but will miss up and out. Closer gets the sign from Jackson Pritchard, who sets up in, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on, popped up. But this is going to find its way out of play behind home plate. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes on Isaacson. That was not a 2-2, but a payoff. And Tripp will have to throw one more. Payoff again on the way, and this one belongs to the Freedom. Jonathan Tripp strikes out Peyton Isaacson, who couldn't catch up to High Cheese again. And the Freedom have just won their 9th series and their first 14 of 2019, and will improve to 28-13 on the season, back to 15 games above 500, and putting the pressure squarely on the Southern Illinois Miners and Evansville Otters to keep up their winning ways, as these Fighting Freedom show no signs of letting up. A complete performance tonight, plenty of offense, a quality start from Tyler Gibson, and an electric Jonathan Tripp in the 9th. A terrific recipe, and an 11-3 victory for the Freedom, who will go to Schaumburg for a 3-game weekend set with the Boomers riding the highs of another series victory. Back to recap what we just witnessed at DuPage Medical Group Field when we come back after a short break. Segueing into the Freedom postgame show next.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to rohrins.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Compass Self Storage, we make it easier. We understand that storing your belongings is not a luxury, but a necessity. We're a proven self-storage leader focused on providing you with a friendly, professional, and clean place to store your items. Whether your concern is price, size, availability, or security, there is no need to look anywhere else. We provide it all. Give us a call today at any of our locations in Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, or visit our webpage at compassselfstorage.com. Mention this ad and get your first month's rent for free.
Taylor Truck and Auto Repair, servicing all your local automotive and towing needs. 24-hour roadside and towing assistance are available. AAA accredited, family owned and operated. We'll even throw in a 10% labor discount for active military and veterans. 151 Dozier Drive in Walton, Kentucky. Call 859-918-6122. That's 859-918-6122.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
This is Ryan Quarles, your Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, here to remind you to buy Kentucky Proud at your local grocery, restaurant, and farmers market. When you buy Kentucky Proud, you're buying fresh, delicious foods for your family, and you're helping Kentucky farm families make a living. Ask for Kentucky Proud by name and look for Kentucky Proud products at kyproud.com. Buy Kentucky Proud.
This summer, the Frontier League heads to the Big Apple as its brightest stars battle the Can-Am League's finest in the historic first-ever Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star celebration. It's July 9th and 10th in beautiful Rockland County, nestled in New York City's suburbs. Slide to rocklandboulders.com for tickets and lodging information to see the best baseball stars shine in New York. Again, visit rocklandboulders.com and show support for your team in the Frontier League Can-Am League All-Star Game.
Your Florence Freedom brought it tonight. They will leave Joliet, Illinois, winners of 2 out of 3 games, grabbing their 9th series victory in 14 series to open the season, and there's 1 split series in there. So the Freedom now 9-3-1 in series to open 2019. They will remain the top team in the Frontier League, back to 15 games above 500 with this 11-3 drubbing of the last place team in the East Division Slammers here tonight. Aaron Brody with you as we segue into the Florence Freedom post-game show. Tyler Gibson, the Freedom ace, grabs his 5th win of the season, and wouldn't you know it, had to weather another rain delay tonight. Luckily, it was a short one. It was about just 10 minutes is all it was. So Gibson, for the 3rd time this year, able to come back out, give it a go after the stoppage, and was the same old Tyler Gibson we've known and loved now for 2 seasons here in Florence. Gibby improves to 5-1 with a final line of 7 innings pitched, 3 hits that led to 3 runs, just 2 earned, with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Taking the loss tonight, a surprise starter for Jeff Isom, who never at least passed the word to his own press box, certainly not to the visiting radio broadcaster. But Cody Clark, a late insertion into the starting lineup as Tyler Chandron was given the night off because of the storms that were moving over top of DuPage Medical Group Field here tonight. Cody Clark, a surprise start. He falls to 2-2. His final line, 3 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 of those earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. The final line score for you tonight: Freedom with 11 runs to the Joliet Slammers 3. Florence with 15 hits to Joliet's 4. The Freedom made just 1 miscue defensively, an error by shortstop Austin Wobrock. The Joliet Slammers, who were 2nd in all of the Frontier League in fielding percentage, made a whopping 6 errors tonight. The Freedom stranded 8 men on base as they just never stopped hitting, and the Slammers stranded only 3. So this was a dominating effort tonight from the Florence Freedom, who scored at least 2 runs in their first 5 at-bats. Jumping out to an early 11-0 lead, it was Joliet who would score the final 3 runs of the game to make it a little bit closer at 11-3, but the Freedom left no doubt in this performance here tonight. So for the last time at the beautiful DuPage Medical Group Field, I welcome you back inside the broadcast booth here. As good as it gets tonight for the Freedom, who continue to roll. They've now won 15 of their last 18 games, playing tremendous baseball as we close in on the end of the first half of the season. They will get back to action immediately, traveling through the night tonight. Luckily, they go from one Chicago suburb team to another in the Schaumburg Boomers, so it won't be a long bus ride tonight for the Freedom, but they're back in action tomorrow at Boomer Stadium starting at 6:05. It'll be the lefty Scott Sebald on the bump, opposing a former Frontier League Pitcher of the Week at one point this season, and another lefty. So dueling lefties tomorrow, Aaron Rozek will be on the bump for the Schaumburg Boomers. The first pitch to start at 6:05. Our broadcast will begin at 5:50. As always, we'll have the live stream up and rolling. Hopefully the connection issues won't be as bad in Schaumburg, so you can watch the game, listen from there. I know that's certainly first in the hearts of Freedom Land, but we will, as always, from here on out, have the Mixler broadcast rolling as well. We have not scrapped or cut ties with Mixler after the miscues they had earlier this season, back when the Freedom started really this torrid stretch of baseball. Mixler let us down a little bit. Didn't have a server, so we weren't able to broadcast there, but we know that they've gotten all those issues fixed, as you were able to find out tonight. So that, as long as you can log in, has been a reliable solution. We'll always have the radio broadcast for you on Mixler. We're also going to do the live stream, so we can simulcast now, and if, again, the connection issues are rearing their ugly head and disallowing you to watch the game with all the buffering, you can listen to the radio broadcast. And one more reminder that if you really do want to watch an effort like tonight, For example, an 11-3 victory in which the Freedom brought it. Well, the upload is unblemished. So even though you have the buffering issues throughout the live stream, if you go back in after the fact, the game will be posted in its entirety there on the Freedom Focus YouTube channel. So as we close this broadcast, we'll take our familiar look at the Frontier League scoreboard to see how the action shook out around the rest of the league tonight. The Windy City Thunderbolts have done the Freedom a huge favor already once tonight, beating the Southern Illinois Miners 6-5 in a one-run game that started their double dip at Rent One Park, and they continue the good work. The Freedom have already sent a fruit basket to Schaumburg for sweeping the Southern Illinois Miners, and now one might be on the way to Crestwood, Illinois, as the Thunderbolts shut out the Miners in Game 2 tonight. So they take the series after an 11-0 loss to Southern in Game 1. Windy City wins Game 2 6-5 and Game 3 3-0. So the Southern Illinois Miners continue their struggles on the heels of that sweep with the Schaumburg Boomers. That 11-0 win, maybe a little bit of a misnomer. Around the rest of the league, I just got the Southern Illinois Miners on the mind, apparently. The Evansville Otters, another team that are playing good baseball in that log jam of a West Division. They sweep the Schaumburg Boomers. 7-2 the final score tonight. The Boomers able to score their first 2 runs of the series, but that wasn't enough, as Evansville's now won 5 games in a row. It might be time to not pay as much attention to Southern Illinois and paying a lot more attention to Evansville, who is 2-0 in series against the Freedom this season. So Andy McCauley's got his group playing great baseball again. They will remain 3 games behind the Freedom, with the Freedom win tonight over the Slammers. The Gateway Grizzlies shut out by the River City Rascals 4-0 in that series finale in O'Fallon, Missouri. River City getting the series victory with that Game 3 rubber match win at their home ballpark. The Washington Wild Things will beat the Lake Erie Crushers. They take that series 2-1. 5-4 the final score of the Wild Things over the team from Avon, Ohio in the finale. And there's your complete look around the Frontier League. So we'll sign this puppy off. Time to board the bus. Got a night drive, about 45 minutes is all, to Schaumburg, Illinois, where a weekend 3-game set awaits with Jamie Bennett's Schaumburg Boomers. The Freedom have already swept Schaumburg once. They will hope to do something similar Friday through Sunday. It'll be 2 teams coming on opposite wavelengths. The Boomers on the heels of a series sweep of the Evansville Otters. The Freedom on the heels of their 9th series victory, this time over the Joliet Slammers. Thank you so much, as always, everybody, for battling through the connection issues and hopefully logging into Mixlr for the radio broadcast tonight. We'll see you tomorrow in Schaumburg. Again, a 6:05 first pitch, broadcast starting at 5:50, simulcast on YouTube live stream and the Freedom Radio Network, courtesy Mixlr. I'm Aaron Brody. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow at Boomer Stadium.